It's Sentinels hockey time tonight from the Hamilton Community Ice Arena in Columbus, Indiana. The Sentinels playing their final series of games on home ice for their inaugural season will take on the top team and the two-time defending champions, the Binghamton Black Bears. Welcome to the Indiana Sentinels pregame show, brought to you by Body Armor. I'm Jim Mirabello. The Sentinels have won 2 of their last 3. They bring some momentum into tonight's game, having beaten the Port Huron Prowlers last night by a final score of 4-1. The Sentinels got off to a great start, scoring 29 seconds in. Dalton Anderson getting his 7th goal of the year, his 6th in an Indiana uniform. Blake Peavy and Christers Bormanis assisting. The Prowlers tied the game at 7:17 of period number 1, but that would be the last time on the night that the Prowlers would find the net. Chris Kerr shuts them down the rest of the way. Corey Cunningham gives Indiana a 2-1 lead with his 10th goal of the season, his 2nd since coming on board with Indiana. Jonas Lees, Bo Zinchenko assist at 11:10 of period 2, and the Sentinels never looked back from there. They took a 3-1 lead when Maximus Merrick Tortorella scored his 8th goal of the season. Blake Peavy with his 2nd assist of the night, and also Kristen Bormanis with his 2nd helper. And that goal came at 6:32 to put Indiana on top 3-1. The Prowlers pulled their goaltender down by 2 late in the 3rd, and with just 13 seconds left on the clock, Bo Zinchenko sent everyone home even happier as he scored into the empty net at 19:47. His 14th goal of the season. They add an assist on that goal to Sentinels goaltender Chris Kerr, so he gets a point on that. And also Jonas Lees assisting on the Bo Zinchenko empty net goal at 19:47 of the 3rd period to give the Sentinels a 4-1 win. Chris Kerr makes 39 saves and collects his 4th victory of the season. It was the final game of the regular season between Indiana and Port Huron. They have seen each other 15 times, and it's been a penalty-filled season series. Indiana last night, 15 minutes in penalty time, and Port Huron with 22 minutes in the box. The Prowlers outshot the Sentinels 40-14, but the Sentinels made the best of their opportunities and got the outstanding goaltending from Chris Kerr. 39 saves for his 4th win of the season to finish the season series against Port Huron at 5-8-2, 5 wins, 8 losses, 2 overtime losses, and 2-2-1 against the Prowlers here on home ice. The Prowlers presented a challenge last night, and the Binghamton Black Bears will certainly present an even bigger one tonight, at least based on their record. The Black Bears are the 2-time defending champs, and they have shown no signs of letting up. They have played 48 games this year, won 38, lost 5, dropped 2 in overtime. No overtime wins, 3 shootout wins with 122 points in the standings. They are 1st in the Empire Division, running away with it, and 1st overall in the 14-team FPHL. The Sentinels, through 47 games played, have won 10 in regulation time, lost 31, dropped 4 in overtime. No overtime wins, 2 shootout wins for Indiana, 38 points in the standings, and they are 7th in the Empire Division and 13th overall. And the Prowlers and the Binghamton Black Bears have not seen a lot of one another. In fact, this will be just the 5th meeting of the season between the two, and the 1st of 2 in Indiana. They'll see each other again tomorrow night, and the season series has been owned by Binghamton. Throughout the 4 games played thus far, the Black Bears have outscored the Sentinels by a count of 20 goals to 2. And the last time they met was February 6th and 7th in Binghamton. And shutout victories 5-0 each night for the Black Bears. The first time that they got together was November 7th in Binghamton. The Black Bears won that 4-1. And they won on November 8th, 6-1. So Indiana hoping to scratch out their first victory of the season against this Binghamton team that has only dropped 5 games in regulation time. They are coming off a 5-1, make that a 5-0 shutout win at Danbury on Saturday night, and it was their 4th straight win. Their last setback was a 4-3 shootout loss at home against Danbury on Saturday, February 28th at the Visions Veteran Memorial. And other losses that they sustained this year were 7-5 at Twin City on January 31st at home. Rare back-to-back losses on home ice for the Black Bears that weekend. The night before, Friday, January 30th, they were beaten 5-4 by Twin City in overtime. They were shut out by the PD Ice Cats on Saturday, the 24th of January on home ice. They lost 4-3 at Watertown on Friday, January 2nd. And 2 losses aside from those that we ran through already. 5-3 against the Athens Rock Lobsters on Friday, November 14th at home. And 4-1 against Port Huron on Saturday, November 1st. So blemishes are few and far between for this powerhouse team that is led in goal scoring by C.J. Stubbs. Sentinels fans will get an opportunity to see him in action tonight. Stubbs leads the league in game-winning goals with 80, is second in the point category with 87, third in the league in goals scored with 36, tied for second in the league with 12 power play goals, and tied for second in the shorthanded department with 4. And so he is a threat anytime he is on the ice. And another big key cog in the incredible machine for the Black Bears is goaltender Dominic Tomei, who will start tonight. And Tomei leads the league in goals against average at 2.02. Second in the league in save percentage at .926. Second in the league in goaltender wins with 22. And he leads the league in shutouts with 5. So we will see Tomei in net tonight. And they've got a great supporting cast. Ivan Bondarenko, who is the team's assist leader with 69. He leads the league in that department. And he's third in league scoring overall in points with 85. And third in the league in the plus-minus category with a very healthy plus 38 on the season. And also a part of the success that the Black Bears have put together comes from forward Tyler Barrow. He is second in points per game, averaging 2 points per game this season. And defenseman Dustin DeRazio, third in that plus-minus category at plus 38. And he is tied for second in the league in power play goals. So Dustin DeRazio very dangerous when the Black Bears are on the man advantage. And they are coached by Brent Sherwood, Plymouth State University grad, and also played collegiately at the State University of New York, Cortland. And in his playing days, he spent most of his time in the Southern Pro Hockey League with Mississippi, Pensacola, and Roanoke. Was in the ECHL briefly with Norfolk, and briefly in the Federal Prospects Hockey League with Columbus. After retiring as a player, he was an assistant in Columbus and the head scout in Columbus in the 2021 season. Was an assistant coach at the collegiate level with Temple University before taking over as interim head coach of the Black Bears of Binghamton in the 2022-23 season. Named head coach on a full-time basis after that in the 23-24 campaign, and is now in his third full season as head coach and director of hockey operations for the Black Bears. And he will be behind the bench tonight with John Quenville, a very famous name in hockey circles. He is the associate coach for the Black Bears. He was hired just before this season started. He's a former NHLer who played 8 seasons of pro hockey, was with the NHL's New Jersey Devils and Chicago Blackhawks, and he played back in Binghamton when Binghamton was an American Hockey League affiliate of New Jersey, and also skated in the American Hockey League with Rockford, the affiliate of the Chicago Blackhawks in the AHL. And he also played professionally in Finland, Sweden, and Switzerland before retiring, and the Black Bears are certainly beneficiaries of his experience in behind the bench. And unlike the team that we just saw, the Port Huron Prowlers, who lead the league in penalty minutes, the Binghamton Black Bears are the second least penalized team in the FPHL with 813 minutes compiled in the penalty box this year. Compare that to the team with the least, Twin City, with 639, and the Sentinels with 1,029 minutes in penalty time accumulated this year. So They're a team that is very good at staying out of the penalty box and not presenting many power play opportunities to their opposition. So the Sentinels hope to keep their momentum going. Winners of 2 out of their last 3. Victorious here on home ice on Saturday night when they beat Topeka 5-2. Dalton Anderson had 2 goals in that one. They were defeated by the Scarecrows on Sunday afternoon 6-1. But the Sentinels bounced back strong last night in knocking off the Port Huron Prowlers 4-1 to win 2 out of their last 3. So tonight and tomorrow night is the last chance to see the Sentinels on home ice in their inaugural year in the Federal Prospect Hockey League. They will play a pair of games at a neutral site next weekend against the Topeka Scarecrows up at Ralph Engelstad Arena in Thief River Falls, Minnesota. Both games will be starting at 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, and the coverage on the Sentinels Network at 7:45. The Sentinels are technically considered the home team in that neutral site series to debut FBHL hockey for the fans in the newest franchise into the league next year, Thief River Falls. And then the Sentinels will play 5 on the road to conclude the regular season, traveling to Athens for a pair of games, April 3rd and 4th, and then off to Topeka, April 9th, 10th, and 11th to conclude their inaugural season in the FPHL. Who will get off to a good start tonight? The Sentinels certainly did last night, scoring 29 seconds in, and that completely reversed the trend that had happened in 2 of the last 3 Sentinels games. Indiana on Sunday afternoon surrendered the first goal to Topeka 16 seconds in, and then on Friday night, the Topeka Scarecrows scored 11 seconds in. So last night did the Sentinels not only prevent that from happening, but they scored in the first half minute of play themselves when Dalton Anderson found the net 29 seconds in. And goal production has been one of the concerns for the Sentinels, and they have shown signs of snapping out of that. They scored 4 last night in the 4-1 win over the Prowlers, 5 on Saturday night in the 5-2 win over Topeka, and they put 3 on the board on Friday night in a hard-fought 4-3 loss to the Topeka Scarecrows. So we'll see what happens here tonight as Indiana and Binghamton see each other for the first time in this building. This is the Indiana Sentinels Body Armor pregame show, and let's take a look now at other games going on tonight around the Federal Prospect Hockey League. A big matchup in the Empire Division is taking place at McMorran Place Arena in Port Huron. The Prowlers hosting Topeka. No doubt the Scarecrows and their fans were happy that Indiana was able to knock off Indiana was able to knock off Port Huron last night to keep the Topeka Scarecrows within striking distance of second place Port Huron in the Empire Division. Port Huron starting the night in second place with 89 points in the standings, and Topeka with 75, tied with Blue Ridge for the number 3 and 4 spots in the Empire Division. Blue Ridge is on home ice tonight, and they host Baton Rouge. So those are a couple of big games. Topeka at Port Huron, Blue Ridge on home ice against Baton Rouge. And in the Empire Division, Monroe is on the road against PD. Danbury traveling to Watertown, and Biloxi is at Twin City. Who's hot, who's not around the league? Longest current win streak belongs to Athens, leading the Continental Division, winning 8 in a row, 9-1-0 in their last 10. PD has been hot in the Continental as well, winning 3 straight as the Sentinels take to the ice to a roar of approval from this big crowd of the Hamilton Community Ice Arena. PD has won 3 straight, 7-2-1 in their last 10 games. And in the Empire, the longest win streak in the division, Binghamton winning 4 in a row, 9-0-1 in their last 10. Blue Ridge has won 3 straight to keep the pressure on Topeka and Port Huron. And Port Huron, despite losing last night, has still won 7 of his last 10, 7-3-0 in their last 10. Teams struggling right now. Twin City has the longest current losing streak in the league. They've dropped 4 in a row. Baton Rouge and Biloxi have lost 3 straight, and Biloxi won 9-0 in its last 10. And Watertown struggling right now, 1-8-1 in its last 10. The Sentinels are certainly within striking distance of Watertown to climb out of the basement in the Empire Division. Indiana starting the night 7 points behind the Watertown Wolves, who are hosting Danbury tonight. Let's take a look now at the starting lineups. And first for the visitors, the Binghamton Black Bears will have their outstanding goaltender Dominic Tomei in net. 24 wins, 2 losses, 1 overtime loss is his record. 2.02 goals against average and a save percentage of .926. So it'll be Tomei in goal to start for the Black Bears, going with their number 1 goaltender tonight. And on defense, it'll be Daniel Stone matched up with Austin DeRosio on the back line. And up front, Tyson Kirby with DJ Stubbs and Ivan Bondarenko. So they put Bondarenko and Stubbs out here to start their big guns on the starting line in front of Tomei in goal, and Stone on defense with Austin DeRosio. Indiana will go with Chris Kerr tonight. He's back in net after an outstanding performance last night against the Port Huron Prowlers. And Kerr with 39 saves and an assist on that empty net goal that the Sentinels got at the end of the game. Kerr will start in net, and we will have the remainder of the Sentinel starters after our national anthem. Chris Kerr, 6'1", 199, out of Alberta, with 4 wins on the season and a strong goals against average of 3.31 and a save percentage of .909. Will start in net tonight for Indiana. Cooper Olson will be his backup, the rookie who made his first pro start here in this building on Sunday afternoon against Topeka. Olson, the backup goaltender, with Kerr starting tonight. And Coach Everett Thompson will have to begin the contest up front. Team captain Blake Peavy with Christers Bormanis and Dalton Anderson. They will be the trio up front. And the Sentinels with defensively to start tonight's game. Cole Willett will be paired up on the back line with Seth Bacon. So Bacon and Willett on defense. Up front, Blake Peavy, Christers Bormanis, and Dalton Anderson. For the Sentinels, who will attack from left to right here in period number 1. The first period of Indiana Sentinels hockey is brought to you by Sprague Hotel Developers. So the Sentinels know they're going to be tested tonight. They're going up against the best of the best, the Binghamton Black Bears, who've won 38 games and lost only 5 in regulation time this year. 2 overtime losses as well for Binghamton, but in 48 games played, they've won 38 of them in regulation time, 3 in shootouts, and we'll see what happens here tonight as these two teams square off. Indiana in their home blue jerseys with the white numerals and the gold trim. The Black Bears in the road whites with the green numerals outlined in black and the black trim. Puck drops at center ice, and Indiana is able to control as Bormanis drew it back, and then Willett shoots it down deep into the Binghamton end. Left wing corner it goes. And the Black Bears get possession of the puck. Stepping from in behind his own net is Tyson Kirkby. Clears it through center, deep into Indiana territory. Kerr steers it away from the back of the net over to the near side, where after it for Indiana is Bacon, and then Peavy getting command of it. Peavy trying to clear, kept in by the Prowlers, or the Black Bears rather, and they've scored as they roll it toward the front of the net. And much like the trend that we have seen here of late, a team scores in the first 30 seconds, and it is Ivan Bondarenko with the redirect from in front of the net, getting his 17th goal of the season. 29 seconds into period number one to give Binghamton a 1-0 lead. Coach Everett Thompson not happy in a conversation over along the bench area with referee Jesse Burns. And now we're ready to face it off again at center ice. So last night the Sentinels scored 29 seconds in. And the Black Bears on top 1-0. So we return to play from the face-off at center, and the puck dealt long into the Indiana end. The Black Bears come away with possession of it. Gavin Yates on the right wing side. Gatesel on the far boards. Leaves it for Nicholas Swain, trying to jam it home as he skates in toward the net from the near side, and that's stopped. And the Sentinels come up with a puck, trying to clear it from in their own end. Romeo Terrain gathers it in, shoots it off the left wing boards, and caroms up and out of play. Well, I thought that Bondarenko was going to get the redirect in front, but the goal is actually going to be credited to C.J. Stubbs. And Stubbs, the goal scorer, gets his 37th of the season. And Bondarenko will pick up an assist on that, as will Tyson Kirkby. 29 seconds into period number one. C.J. Stubbs gets his team-leading 37th goal of the season. Started the night third in the league overall in goals scored, and adds to his total. He'll no doubt eclipse 40 this year and be aiming for 50 through the remainder of the regular season for the Black Bears. And they fire it toward the net from the right wing side. Kyle Steffen does, and the stop is made by Kerr as Binghamton continues to pressure here early on. 1 minute and 38 seconds into period number one. And the face-off will take place in the right wing circle, Sentinels territory. Formanis back out here with Blake Peavy and Dalton Anderson up front. Cole Willett and Seth Bacon defensively for Indiana. Formanis on the face-off against Kirkby, comes right toward the net off the draw as the Black Bears put it on goal, and the stop by Kerr on the loose puck. Formanis gathers it in, outlets Anderson on left wing. Crossing center red and shooting it in deep into the Binghamton end. Formanis trying to take control off the boards, but Binghamton comes away with a puck. Rush led by Kirkby, and he tries to leave a drop pass to a trailing Stone. Sentinels intercept. Formanis back 1-on-2. Up the left wing side, Anderson joining the play. Formanis trying to get the puck to him. Broken up at center ice. Colarusso, though, recovers. Delivers back into his own end to Ross. Defensively for the Sentinels, back to Colarusso. He and Ross paired up on the defensive core right now, and the puck sent by the Sentinels down deep into the Binghamton end. We've played 2.5 minutes of period number one. Well, 3 of the last 4 games here, there's been a goal scored in the first 30 seconds. So if you're coming out tomorrow night, make sure you're in your seats well before the opening faceoff. Black Bears offside of the Indiana blue line. Friday night, Topeka got one. 16 seconds in. Sunday afternoon, or rather Friday night's goal, that came 11 seconds in. Sunday afternoon, they got one 16 seconds in. Last night, the Sentinels score 29 seconds in, and here tonight, Binghamton scores 29 seconds in. And the Black Bears from the face-off with pressure again in the Indiana end. Fired toward the net from the left wing side by Jesse Anderson, and a glove stop is made by Kerr, and he'll hang on to that. 4 shots on goal for the Black Bears here in the early going. The Sentinels able to get one on net early on after controlling from the opening faceoff on goaltender Dominic Tomei. And the faceoff will take place in the left wing circle, Indiana territory. Stick side of Chris Kerr, Jonas Lees ready to handle it. And the puck controlled on the draw. The Black Bears, Sirota able to win that face-off, and the puck played into the left wing corner where Gavin Yates has it. Leaves it back at the left point. Handled there and fired in deep by Scott Ramakers. And gathered in right wing side, Nicholas Swain for Binghamton. Swain handing the puck to Gavin Yates in the left wing corner. Out to the point, he will deliver to Ramakers once again. His shot blocked, and the loose puck, Zinchenko is able to gather it in and step behind his own net. To reset, here's Zinchenko. Delivers right wing, carried by Ross to the Binghamton line. Back to Zinchenko, 2 men back, and they converge to knock the puck away. Sentinels slowing down the breakout at center. Bormanis after the puck, able to force his man back into his own end, and the puck rolls toward the net after Bormanis had come together with one of the Black Bears in around the goal. Sirota battling for the puck as it came in on net. The stop was made by Tomei, and he hangs on to it. With 16:11 to go here in period number 1, Binghamton on top 1-0. They're going to bring that face-off all the way back into the Indiana end, saying the Sentinels continue to pressure off the play stoppage, and we've got a penalty coming up as well. Away from the play, a call against Christers Bormanis of Indiana is going to give Binghamton a power play chance. And the Black Bears have an incredible power play, 26.1% conversion rate, 71 goals on 272 chances on the year. So the Sentinels on the Powerade penalty kill are able to get that puck from the face-off in their own end out to center. Loose at center, Jonas Lease going after it. Lease double team trying to tie that puck up in front of the penalty box in kill time, and it's knocked by terrain now back into Binghamton territory. So we'll see if the Sentinels can answer this very difficult challenge as the Black Bears go to work on the power play for the first time tonight. Leading it 1-0. Bondarenko out here at the left point to DeRazio, center point. Knocked away from him by Merrick Tortorella. Here comes Maximus Merrick Tortorella up left wing trying to get around Bondarenko. Bondarenko forcing him wide, and Merrick Tortorella taking it in behind the net. A great effort there by Maximus Merrick Tortorella in killing this penalty. And the Black Bears up with the puck now. Stubbs with it at center ice. Stubbs starts up right wing. Stubbs double teamed to the blue line. Puck knocked away. Bouncing in deep Indiana territory. Back to get it and clear it is Seth Bacon off the right wing boards out to center. And into Binghamton real estate with 47 seconds to go. Forechecking pressure applied by Zinchenko, who had lost his stick, picks it back up. Now the Black Bears have possession, smoothly moving through center. Up left wing is Gavin Yates into the Indiana end. Yates leaves it in behind the net where it's taken by Garrett Sargis on the power play unit for the Black Bears. Now back on the right point area. They work it to Daniel Stone, and his shot goes wide of the Indiana net. Puck bouncing off the boards left wing side. Yates with it. Yates into the left wing circle. Shooting, and a blocker stop is made by Kerr. Puck in behind the net. Sargis with it for Binghamton. 7 seconds to go on the man advantage. They centered it in front, and a stop made by Kerr on a great opportunity in front of the net for Zach Sirota. And the Sentinels come away with a puck. Can they clear it out? No, it's kept in by Swain. Penalty over there now, and that penalty killing effort draws a rise from the crowd here. Indiana successful on a Powerade penalty kill. Sentinels working to Peavy at center red. Dumps it off the near boards down deep into Binghamton territory. After it, Tomacek dumps it toward the net from the near boards. It'll be stopped by Dominic Tomei, and he'll hang on to that to get a whistle with 13:47 remaining in period number 1. The Black Bears scoring 29 seconds in for a 1-0 lead on the goal by C.J. Stubbs. We'll take time out. Binghamton 1, Indiana 0 here at the Hamilton Community Ice Arena on the Indiana Sentinels Hockey Network.
his entire team, from the most simplistic things to the most complex, are phenomenal. They're informative, responsive, and something that's important to me, they're honest.
As a business owner myself, I know how important it is to protect your livelihood. I'm Scott Weatherford, owner of Richard Hawes Insurance. Give me a call today and we can chat about how an independent agent can save your business money.
Christus Bermanis was sent to the penalty box for holding at 3:49 of period one. The Sentinels were successfully able to kill that on the Powerade penalty kill. And keep it a 1-0 game, and the face-off will take place in the right wing circle of the Binghamton end. Peavy on the draw for Indiana. Wins it to the near wing, trying to work it to Tomacek, but stepping in for Binghamton, Kyle Steffen looks to clear. Pressure applied by Tomacek tenaciously in the right wing corner. As Indiana tries to work that puck free, Dalton Anderson does. Back to Tomacek, attempting the center for Peavy. Pass, though, cut off, intercepted and cleared by Kyle Steffen through center into the Indiana end, and this will go as an icing call against Binghamton, and they'll march the puck all the way back down deep into the Binghamton end for the draw. Last chance to see the Sentinels here at home is tomorrow night, and it'll be jersey raffle night. Jonas Lee's game warden jersey will be available to one lucky fan who comes to the game tomorrow night. Everyone who enters will be entered into the raffle drawing, and additional raffle tickets will be available for purchase to increase your odds to win Jonas Lee's game worn jersey. And the remainder of the team's home jerseys, game worn, will be available in silent auction after the game is over. So make your plans to be with us tomorrow night for the final home game and then the inaugural season of Indiana Sentinels hockey. Puck played by the Black Bears deep into the Indiana end. With it is Ethan Esposito looking to play it out. Knocked away. Second chance, though, to clear for Seth Bacon, and he does. All the way down deep into the Binghamton end, and this will be an icing call against Indiana with 7:13 gone here in period one. And the Sentinels already excited about next year, and the early bird season ticket sale is in effect. Now through May 1st, you can get tickets for all 28 home games, plus exclusive season ticket holder perks for $300. That's a savings of $120 off the full price. Half-season plans available for $150, a savings of $60 off the half-season price. And that is if you purchase between now and May 1st. Puck played over the boards off the face-off in the Indiana end, over the glass and out of play. So they'll face it off again in the left wing circle of the Indiana end. Stick side of goaltender Chris Kerr. And the Binghamton Black Bears control the face-off. Comes to the right point. Anderson trying to keep it in. Jesse Anderson for Binghamton. But the Sentinels get to it. Jonas Lees poking it through an opening and down deep into the left wing side of the Binghamton end. 6-1 are the shots in favor of Binghamton. They get it to Bondarenko now at center. To the Sentinels line on left wing, and he'll dump it in deep into the right wing corner. Tyler Kirkby is there. Delivers back to the right point, handling it. C.J. Stubbs for Binghamton. And they get it toward the front of the net, but right there to intercept is Ivan Panovanov ahead on right wing. Zinchenko giving chase, also getting to it. Maximus Merrick Tortorella settling it down in the right wing corner. Feeds to an open man, Colarusso, and his shot may have been heading wide, but blockered aside by Tomei. Sentinels continue to pressure, looking to try and get this game tied up. But the Prowlers clear it all the way out through center, and it'll be icing against Binghamton. And the puck will be brought back down deep into Indiana, into Binghamton territory. They will credit the Sentinels with a shot on goal on that last one, put toward the net and blockered aside by Tomei. So that's Indiana's second shot. With 8:17 gone here in period one. And the face-off will be in the right wing circle of the Binghamton end of the rink. Christus Bermanis to take the draw against Tyler Kirkby. Left side of Tomei, and the Black Bears come away with it off the draw. C.J. Stubbs will roll it out to center ice to Anderson. Indiana and two men back, and they check the puck away from him. Terrain able to knock it away. Loosened behind the Indiana net, and the Black Bears with it again, but stepping in to disrupt that is Dalton Anderson of Indiana clearing it back into Binghamton territory. Black Bears swing it out now to center ice. Nicholas Swain up right wing, Indiana territory. Swain with a shot from the right wing circle that hits the stick and goes wide of the Indiana net. Loose along the near boards. The Sentinels trying to clear it out. Dug free by Colarusso. Delivers along the far wing. Dalton Anderson comes up with it. Feeds it back in behind the net into the near corner. Gavin Yates will take over there. Yates challenged by Colarusso. And the Black Bears get the puck in front on a big stop made by Kerr on a chance for Scott Ramakers on the left wing side. And the puck caroms up over the glass now and out of play to stop the action with 10:46 remaining. In period one, Binghamton leading it 1-0. On a goal 29 seconds in by their leading goal getter, C.J. Stubbs with his 37th of the year. Ivan Bondarenko and Tyson Kirkby assisting on that. Face off in the left wing circle of the Indiana end. Kyle Steffen for Binghamton against Noah Hippolyte-Smith, and Steffen won it to Shanker, who shoots one just wide from high in the slot. Then DeRazio gunning one from the left point just wide of the Indiana goal. Loose along the right wing side, Indiana territory. Cunningham trying to clear it out. Corey Cunningham for Indiana, kept in though, fired from long range on the right wing side by Jacob Shankar, wide of the Indiana net. Puck in the left wing corner, Indiana territory. Sentinels unable to clear it out. DeRazio keeps it alive, rolls it in deep into the left wing corner to Kyle Steffen. And he attempts to set up Shankar, broken up though by the Sentinels. They can't clear though. Right point held in, fired by Stone, blocked. Loose puck right wing side. The Sentinels need to get possession of this puck and get it out of danger. The Black Bears play it right back in front of the Indiana net. And drop it now to the left side to Stargis, out to Stone. Left point is shot, and that's wide of the Indiana goal. Off the boards, the Sentinels gain possession of it, but they still can't clear. They'll take an icing at this point if they can get to the loose puck. Left wing side, Hippolyte-Smith trying to clear it out. Let in there as well, but coming away with it and walking toward the front of the net is Shankar on a wraparound attempt that's stopped by Kerr. Incredible pressure by Binghamton right now. And now Stone, left wing side, Indiana territory. Hit by Cunningham. Left wing side, Hippolyte-Smith knocks his man down, but the Black Bears get it toward the front of the net, and the stop made on a shot by Garrett Stargis, and finally Indiana is able to clear it back into Binghamton territory. Black Bears wheel it the other way through center into the Indiana end, and they'll take an icing call right now. A lot of tired players on both teams on the ice right now. More tiring when you're on the defensive side of things, trapped in your own end as the Sentinels but Binghamton, their players out there a long time as well, expending a lot of energy. And we'll take time out here with 9:07 remaining in period one. The score, the Black Bears 1, the Sentinels nothing on the Indiana Sentinels Hockey Network. The Sentinels trying to find a way to get some pressure on, and the Binghamton end here being outshot by a wide margin, 10-2. Zinchenko out here on the right wing side. Jonas Lees at center. Over on the left wing, Maximus Merrick Tortorella. Zach Ross and Ivan Panovanov will work the points. And the face-off will be in the right wing circle of the Binghamton end. Only one penalty in the game so far, a holding minor. At 3:49 of the first against Christers Bormanis, the Sentinels were able to successfully kill that off. And the Black Bears come away with the puck from the face-off in their own end. Jacob Shankar shoots it down deep into Indiana territory. DeRazio quickly after it along the left wing boards, trying to crack it toward the net. It's blocked. Ponovanov up with the puck now for Indiana. Outlets to Tortorella. Room to work at center. Tortorella stepping up left wing, bearing and shooting, and he hit the post. Fans thought it went in. That was very close. It went off the post on the glove side of Tomei. The Sentinels came within inches of tying the game. Merrick Tortorella with it again. Trying to bring it in deep, but broken up at the Binghamton blue line. Bondarenko after it, and he'll fire it in deep and behind the Indiana goal. Loose puck, the Black Bears with an errant centering pass comes beyond the reach of Cameron Cervoni and all the way back into Binghamton territory. Black Bears now play it through center, rolls deep into the Indiana end behind the net. Terrain gathers it in. Romeo Terrain starting up the right wing side, carrying it off the glass and out to center ice. Weber with it at center now for Binghamton into the Indiana end. Fights off a check and centers. Nobody home in front. Comes back to the right point to Jesse Anderson. Long shot. Wide of the Indiana goal. Caroms off the boards. Black Bears at the side of the net have it. Pressuring. And the stop made by Kerr. Play still continues though in the Indiana end as the Black Bears with the loose puck delivering it to the left wing side to Ramekers. Cross-ice feed now to Anderson along the right point. His shot hits traffic on the way to the net. Loose in front, trying to steer it on goal from in tight Ramekers. He's too well tied up. Puck kept alive, though, by the Black Bears. Right wing Ramekers with it again, putting it toward the front of the net. Broken up by the Sentinels and cleared by Peavy out through center and back into Binghamton territory. Anderson steers it ahead on the left wing side to C.J. Stubbs. The only goal of the game, their leading goal getter. Stubbs frees that puck up, but beyond the reach at the right point of Ramekers. He's hit now by Ethan Esposito right in front of the penalty box area as the Sentinels try and come up with it, but it'll be driven down deep by Ramekers into the Indiana end, and he'll head to the bench now as the Black Bears bring fresh troops out. Long pass at center ice intended for Noah Hippolyte-Smith. Broken up at center by Binghamton. Handling it now, Gavin Yates in his own end. Yates will play it to the far wing to Daniel Stone, and he dumps it down deep into the left wing corner of the Indiana end. Sentinels after it. Noah Hippolyte-Smith looking to clear it out. He's double teamed, helping out Bacon along the left wing side, and now Cunningham with it. Finds an opening along the glass and clears it out through center. With 6:22 remaining in period number one. And the Binghamton Black Bears leading it 1-0 on a goal 29 seconds into the game. Sentinels force the puck back into Binghamton territory, but quickly racing with it out to center. Gavin Yates up left wing. Yates on the move, spun around and knocked down by Zinchenko in the near corner. Zinchenko giving him another shove as he tried to get to his skates, and that draws a reaction from this crowd. With it now, Jonas Lease at center, dumping it down deep into the Binghamton end. Puck in behind the Black Bear net. And Binghamton able to come away with possession of it. Dan Weber defensively out of his own end, clears it out through center ice. Ponovanov back now out for the Sentinels with that puck over to Zach Ross, left wing at center, and he'll dump it into Binghamton territory. 11-4 on the shots. Black Bears with the edge. Sentinels deliver a pass intended for Bermanis. He couldn't quite take the possession of that puck, though, but manages to force it in deep Binghamton territory, and up with it quickly. Jacob Shankar out to center. Dumping it in deep Indiana territory. Puck off the boards. Ponovanov is able to get to it for Indiana, trying to play it out. Black Bears don't let that happen. They keep it alive. Steffen in behind the net, trying to center. Block. Puck coming to Peavy now, left wing boards, Indiana territory. Peavy helped out by Ponovanov, who skates away with that puck in behind the net. Ponovanov run at by Kyle Steffen on the left wing side, but the Sentinels get to it. Maximus Merrick Tortorella is able to play it out to center. Black Bears with it again. Shankar into the Indiana end. Floats one through toward the front of the net. Grabbed by Stargis, forced wide by Terrain, and that'll enable the Sentinels to come away with a puck. And it's Cunningham with a step through center. Cunningham pulled down on the way to the net. This could be a penalty shot. We will see. He was yanked down on the way to the net. Certainly all the criteria of a penalty shot was met as Cunningham came in alone and got hauled down from behind, and a penalty shot will be awarded to the Sentinels with 4:33 remaining here in period number one. And it was Corey Cunningham who was hauled down. Great hustle by Cunningham to get free through center, and Cunningham will come all alone in on Tomei to try and tie this game. Corey Cunningham, first time we've seen a penalty shot at home this year. Cunningham, 2 goals in 6 games with Indiana, 10 all total on the year. Left-handed shot, grabs it at center, cuts to his right. Here comes Cunningham on the penalty shot, attempting to tie it, and he hits the post. Cunningham shooting low on the stick side of Tomei, puts it off the outside of the goalpost on Tomei's right, and it remains a 1-0 Binghamton lead, and Tomei has goalposts to thank for that on the penalty shot. That was awarded to Cunningham. And then the shot earlier that Tortorella put on net, and Tortorella's went off the inside of the post. It was very close on that one. Some of the Sentinels fans reacting as if the puck had gone into the net, but not the case. And so the Binghamton Black Bears, after Indiana had been awarded a penalty shot, maintain their lead. We'll take time out. 1-0 Binghamton on the Sentinels Hockey Network.
Vitamin water helps keep me hydrated. Encore. After encore. After encore. Next thing you know, it felt just like this. Come on. Vitamin water from New York.
So that penalty shot awarded at 16:27 after Corey Cunningham was hauled down as he burst through center with a break in toward the net on Tomei. And the penalty shot by Cunningham goes off the outside of the post on Tomei's stick side to keep this a 1-0 game. And the Prowlers play it back down deep into the Indiana end where it's stopped by Kerr, and the face-off will take place in the left wing circle, Indiana territory. Jesse Burns, Adam Fish are the referees tonight. Dominic Aravante and Scott Gillespie are the linesmen, the officiating crew as assigned by the Federal Prospects Hockey League. And the Prowlers, or the Black Bears with a puck in their own end. Bondarenko on the move through center, up right wing. Bondarenko cuts in behind the Indiana net on the backhand, tries to center. Pass blocked by Bacon. Play kept alive by Kirk being behind the net, putting it toward the front of the goal, and Kerr knocks it away. And then Peavy, or correction, Willett able to get it off the doorstep. Still pressure applied by the Black Bears, tapped just wide of the net from the near wing by Stubbs, looking for his second of the night. And the Sentinels Bacon, off a feed from Anderson, gets it along the left wing side where Blake Peavy over in front of the Binghamton bench, trying to keep the play alive. Free puck now. Anderson wheels it long toward the net. Cut off on the way to the goal by Jesse Anderson, and he'll leave it for Kirkby at center, who shoots it down deep into the Indiana end. Kerr leaving it in behind the net for Romeo Terrain. Outlets right wing side, Phil Tomacek. Stick handling along the near boards, handing it back to Terrain. And an errant clearing pass, and the Sentinels turn it over to the Black Bears. For the moment, unable to take advantage, though. Right side, trying to center Sirota. His pass blocked, loose along the Sentinel blue line. And Indiana having a hard time clearing the puck. Finally, now Terrain will settle it down in deep. Skates off a check-in along the boards and gets the puck to Bozinchenko. He delivers to Jonas Lease at center. Lease rips it in deep into the right wing side of the Binghamton end. Puck comes off the boards. Daniel Stone in to get it for the Black Bears. And delivers to Yates, who plays it at center ice. To Swain, trying to go back to Yates. Intercepted by Indiana. Ross able to feed Tomacek back to Ross, up right wing. Zach Ross toward the net. Knocked aside by the stick of Tomei. As in front of the goal, Hivlet Smith going for that redirect, but Tomei able to play it away as it came in on goal. Romanis now up with a 10 for Indiana. Shoots it back into the Binghamton end. We have exactly now 2 minutes to go, period one. Black Bears scoring 29 seconds in, kept off the board since then despite a lot of pressure and 11 shots on goal. Sentinels Cunningham looking to clear. He fires it into the Indiana bench area. And it hit something on the way out, so play stops here with 1:50 remaining in the first period, and Binghamton on top 1-0. Peavy out here with Anderson and Bormanis. Ross and Willett are the defensive tandem for the Sentinels. Bormanis on the faceoff in the right wing circle against Kyle Steffen. And now Bormanis is waved out of the draw. Dalton Anderson will come in to handle it. From the faceoff, puck played to the far wing. Sentinels control. Ross swinging it to the near side. Peavy after it trying to play it out. Peavy along the left wing side. It does score it free, but comes to Ross. Stationed in front of the net, or correction, make it Bacon. Who clears it out to center ice. Bacon and Willett on defense for Indiana right now. Here comes Garrett Sargis down the right wing side. Indiana in with a chance, and the stop by Kerr. Sargis came right in on his doorstep. Left wing side, keeping the play alive. Weber off Binghamton. Leaving it in behind the net for Kyle Steffen. Drops it back to Sargis at the left point. Sargis cross ice pass goes through the reach of everyone, and for Indiana, looking to clear it out. Bormanis unable to do so. Weber keeps it in. Long shot from the left point. Taken off the chest. Off Kerr, reaching up with the glove. Hangs on to it. With 1 minute and 1 second to go here in period number one. And the Binghamton Black Bears with a 1-0 lead. First period of Indiana Sentinels hockey is brought to you by Sprague Hotel Developers. 13 shots for Binghamton, 5 for Indiana, 1:01 to go. Period one, Leafs on the face-off against Kirkby. Sentinels control, puck brought by Zinchenko to center. Rolling it back into Binghamton territory. Anderson after it, pressured by Maximus Merrick Tortorella. Bouncing puck far side, Binghamton end, and they'll clear it out to center ice. Colarusso at center, lifts it ahead, back into Binghamton territory. 35 seconds remaining in the first period. 1-0 Binghamton leading. Forechecking a pressure applied by Zinchenko, but sweeping the puck free to center ice is Ramakers into the Indiana end, where the Black Bears quickly mount the attack. C.J. Stubbs with it on the right wing side, centering attempt, broken up by Zinchenko. Here's Zinchenko in behind the net trying to clear it out. Stubbs pressures him, comes away with it, looks to center, but Maximus Merrick Tortorella knocks it away. Steps out to center, has a step up right wing, and now tied up as he one-arms it toward the net. He was tied up by Anderson, getting it on goal, and the stop made by Tomei. Good work by Tortorella. Turning on the speed up the right wing side, and 2 seconds to go here in the first period. The face-off will take place in the Binghamton end. So the Sentinels have had some chances here in this first period. The penalty shot with 4:33 to go by Cunningham that he put off the post. Tortorella putting one off the post earlier in the period. And then Maximus Merrick Tortorella able to generate a scoring chance there, and good hustle by Jesse Anderson to just get back into the play. And they'll face it off with 2 seconds to go in the period. It's shot to the near boards, and the horn sounds to end period number one here at the Hamilton Community Ice Arena. And the Sentinels and their fans here in this building, seeing this team that you hear so much about, and you see the numbers that they've put up on the year, and you see them for real in person in one period. They score early on. They get a ton of pressure on Indiana, but the Sentinels certainly held their own against Binghamton in that period, despite being outshot 13-6 in period number one. And they're down 1-0 after one. The goal getter, 29 seconds into the game, C.J. Stubbs, playing in his 47th game, gets his 37th goal of the season. Stubbs, third in the league in goals to start the night. Tied for second in the league in power play goals with 12. Tied for second in the league in shorthanded goals with 4. Second overall in points with 87. Leads the league in game-winning goals with 8. And Stubbs puts the Black Bears on the board. 29 seconds into period number 1. With his 37th of the year. Assist going to Ivan Bondarenko and Tyson Kirkby. Even strength goal, 29 seconds in to give the Black Bears a 1-0 lead after 1. Binghamton out shooting Indiana in the first period by a count of 13-6. And only one minor penalty was called in the period, and that went at 3:49 to Christers Bormanis for holding. Powerade penalty kill successful against this very potent Binghamton power play. And the Sentinels, after falling behind 29 seconds in, are down just 1-0 after 1 period. They had the penalty shot that was awarded to Corey Cunningham at 16:27 of the first period. Cunningham coming in all alone on Dominic Tomei, aiming low on the stick side and putting it off the goalpost. And earlier, Maximus Merrick Tortorella put one off the post, or we could be looking at something different than a 1-0 Sentinels deficit on the scoreboard right now after 1 period. Shots in the first, the Black Bears with 13 and Indiana with 6. So that's the story after 1 here at the Hamilton Community Ice Arena. First period of Sentinels hockey brought to you by Sprague Hotel Developers. 5th meeting of the season between these two teams. First in Indiana. And one more chance for Sentinels fans to see this team on home ice. And that will be tomorrow night when Binghamton is here for a 7:30 start. Final game of the year in this building. And jersey raffle night. Jonas Lee's game-worn jersey will be raffled off. Everyone who enters the contest will receive an entry into the raffle, and additional raffle tickets will be available for purchase prior to the game and throughout. And then the remaining Sentinels game-worn jerseys will be available through silent auction, and that is tomorrow night in the final home game of the year for Indiana. The Sentinels will be heading to Thief River Falls, Minnesota next weekend. A pair of neutral site games against the Topeka Scarecrows next Friday the 27th and Saturday the 28th of March. 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, 7:45 for the coverage here on the Sentinels Hockey Network from Ralph Engelstad Arena in Thief River Falls, Minnesota. And then the Sentinels go on the road for 5 to conclude the year. Athens on Friday, April 3rd, Saturday, April 4th, and then Topeka on Thursday, April 9th, Friday, April 10th, and Saturday, April 11th. That'll bring down the curtain on the Sentinels' inaugural season and the 16th season overall for the Federal Prospect Hockey League. And tonight, the Sentinels have the 2-time defending champion Binghamton Black Bears in town, and it is a 1-0 game, Binghamton leading after 1. We will have the start of period number 2 in just a bit from the Hamilton Community Ice Arena. 1-0, Binghamton leads it after 1 on the Sentinels Hockey Network.
His entire team, from the most simplistic things to the most complex, are phenomenal. They're informative, responsive, and something that's important to me, they're honest.
As a business owner myself, I know how important it is to protect your livelihood. I'm Scott Weatherford, owner of Richard Hawes Insurance. Give me a call today and we can chat about how an independent agent can save your business money.
What's in your decision to donate blood? More than you know. One donation can save lives and fuel research to save many more. A few moments of your time sparks moments like these. And these. Hope cures, empowers, and strengthens us. Hope is in all the moments that matter. And it's in all of us. Versity Blood Centers. Hope. It's in our blood.
The Binghamton Black Bears have a 1-0 lead over the Indiana Sentinels as we near the start of second period action here at the Hamilton Community Ice Arena. Goal scored 29 seconds into the game by Binghamton's leading goal-getter, C.J. Stubbs, in his 47th game. He's played in all but one of the games for Binghamton this year, and Stubbs in his 47th appearance of the season. And it's actually, he's played in all but two games this year for Binghamton. He's played in 46 of the 48 heading into tonight, and Stubbs with his 37th goal on the year in his 47th game. He'll be in pursuit of number 50 with his team after tonight having 11 games left. So we'll see if he'll be able to get to that mark. C.J. Stubbs now with 37 on the season. And it came 29 seconds into period number one. Ivan Bondarenko and Tyler Kirkby assisting, even strength goal. And that's been the trend in 3 of the last 4 games involving the Sentinels. A goal scored in the first half minute of play. Stubbs does it tonight. Last night for Indiana, Dalton Anderson did it against Port Huron. And then Topeka did it twice against Indiana over the weekend, 16 seconds in on Sunday and 11 seconds in on Friday night. So make your plans to be in your seats for the opening faceoff tomorrow night. The way it's gone here in the first minute of play in 3 of the last 4 games for the Sentinels, a goal scored in the first half minute of play. Indiana had its best chance to tie the game on a penalty shot that was awarded at the 15:27 mark of the first period to Corey Cunningham. Big acquisition for the Sentinels here of late. He's playing in his 7th game in an Indiana uniform. He's got 2 goals on the year overall in his time spent between Monroe and Twin City before coming on board with Indiana. 10 goals on the season in 46 games. So Cunningham with a great chance on the penalty shot, put it off the goalpost on the stick side of Dominic Tomei. And that was Indiana's best chance in period number 1. The Black Bears with 13 shots on goal and Indiana with 6. And only 1 minor penalty in the period that went to Indiana. 3 minutes and 49 seconds in when Christopher Bormanis was whistled off for holding, and the Sentinels penalty kill came through. Let's take a look now at the other games going on around the FPHL, and a big one in Port Huron tonight. The Port Huron Prowlers on their home ice, McMorran Place Arena, are tied 1-1 with Topeka early in period number 2. Right now, Port Huron in second in the Umpire Division, 89 points. Topeka and Blue Ridge tied for 3rd and 4th with 75 points each. And Port Huron trying to maintain its hold on the number 2 spot, tied with Topeka 1-1 in the second period. The Blue Ridge Bobcats hoping to surpass Topeka and catch Port Huron as well. They are leading the Baton Rouge Zydeco 1-0. And that is in the first period tonight in Blue Ridge. Monroe playing tonight in PD. 0-0 in the first period between the Monroe Moccasins and the PD Ice Cats. The Danbury Hat Tricks are in Watertown tonight. 2-0. Danbury leads Watertown in the first period. And one other game tonight, the Twin City Thunderbirds have a 3-0 lead over the Biloxi Breakers. 3-0, and that is in the first period. The Athens Rock Lobsters and their 8-game winning streak will survive the night here tonight, as Athens is not in action tonight. They've got the night off. They will be playing tomorrow afternoon on their home ice against the Columbus River Dragons. So that is the latest on the FPHL out-of-town scoreboard. Here it is 1-0 in favor of the Binghamton Black Bears as the second period is about to start. The second period of Indiana Sentinels hockey is brought to you by Coca-Cola. I'm Jim Mirabello. Glad to have you with us from the Hamilton Community Ice Arena. One more game at home, and that's coming up tomorrow night, 7:15 for the pregame show Eastern Time, 7:30 for the face-off. And if you can make it to the game, you'll be a part of the jersey raffle for Jonas Lee's game-worn jersey. Every fan entering the building will receive an entry into the raffle, and additional tickets in the raffle will be available for purchase throughout the night if you want to increase your chances of getting that jersey. And the remainder of the Sentinels game-worn jerseys will be available through silent auction tomorrow night. It'll be great to see the building packed tomorrow night for the final hockey game of the year at the Hamilton Community Ice Arena in the Sentinels' inaugural season. Black Bears control the face-off to start period 2. Chris Kerr defending the end of the rink to our right. His counterpart, Dominic Tomei, and net down to our left, and the Black Bears are able to force the puck in deep into the Indiana end as we start the second. Kirkby in behind the Sentinels net, leaving it on the left wing side for Bondarenko trying to center. And his pass, as he intends now to swing it to the point, is beyond the reach of DeRazio and all the way back down deep into the Binghamton end. DeRazio with it, long outlet pass on the right wing side to Tyler Kirkby, and he'll backhand it in deep into Indiana territory. Sentinels come up with it. Jonas Lees looking to his right, delivering to Esposito. Steps around a man through center. Crossing the line on right wing, shooting one, and that's blocked. Loose in around the net area and covered up by Tomei to stop the action now. 51 seconds into period 2. And the fans who came out tonight received Sentinels rally towels. A lot of them in the crowd here tonight being waved around. 250 of them given away, so fans who got to the building early get a chance to take a Sentinels souvenir home with them tonight. Sentinels from the face-off control, but the puck sent through the point men and out to center ice. Indiana regrouping there. Ethan Esposito rolls it in deep into the Binghamton end. Black Bears get possession of the puck. No play at the center. Broken up by Ponovanov at center. Feeds Esposito left wing. Lifts it along the boards in deep. Binghamton territory taken by Anderson in behind his own net. Trying to clear. Sentinels intercept. Get it toward the goal quickly. Esposito did, and just wide of the net. And the puck rolls all the way back into Indiana territory. Ponovanov after it. Knocked down behind the net. And the Prowlers, or the Black Bears, keeping the pressure on in Indiana territory. But now Zinchenko is able to get possession and send it out to center ice. Binghamton up with it down the right wing side. Ramaker's Indiana territory with a shot, and that is off target. The Sentinels with it off the boards. They steer it to center ice. Zinchenko able to play the carom at center. Back to Ross. Now to Zinchenko again, and Bo whips it in deep into the right wing corner. Tortorella giving chase. Binghamton territory. Maximus Merrick Tortorella, who had a good chance in the first period, had one go off the post. Plays that puck in deep and behind the Binghamton net. Black Bears come away with it. Now start to center. Carrying it, Gavin Yates, right side of the Indiana end, tied up along the boards as he tried to get it toward the front of the net. A penalty coming up now. That's going to go against Indiana as one of the Black Bears got pulled down in front. It'll be a hooking call. And perhaps an embellishment could have come along with that. But not going to be the case. And Christers Bormanis gets sent off. Bormanis goes to the penalty box, and it'll be another power play opportunity for Binghamton. Indiana's Powerade penalty kill was successful the first time they were tested. That was back at 3:49 off period 1 when Bormanis went to the box for holding. Now Bormanis sits down for hooking at 2:19 of period 2. And the faceoff comes up in the left wing circle of the Indiana end. The Prowlers, or the Black Bears, control. And they get it toward the front of the net. Indiana needing to circle the wagons here and try and shut this potent Binghamton Black Bears power play down once again. Right side, C.J. Stubbs with it. Stubbs dangerous, and he's used in all forms of special teams. And he's out here now on the power play unit working the right point. They get the puck to him. Steps in toward the net. Shoots. A blocker stop made by Kerr. Loose puck trying to clear terrain, kept alive by the Black Bears. Stubbs with it. Stubbs pressured by Hibble Smith, and that'll enable Tomacek to take the puck and shoot it all the way down deep into the Binghamton end. 1:16 to go on the power play. Binghamton on the attack again on the right wing side. It is Kirkby leaving it for Stubbs, right wing boards. Back to the point. He sends it to Bondarenko, putting it toward the front of the net. A big scramble in around the goal area. Kerr able to make the stop as it was whacked at by Ramekers right on the doorstep. Black Bears continue to pressure on the power play from the left point. A shot by DeRazio, stopped by Kerr, and the Sentinels clear the loose puck out through center and back into Binghamton territory. Tomei, the goaltender, able to Work it ahead now. Durazio takes over through center up left wing. Durazio, Indiana territory along the far boards. 31 seconds to go on the power play. Delivers left point to Swain. Now to Durazio again. Left wing side, Indiana end off to Zach Serrata out here on the power play. Leaves it at the left point for Gavin Yates. Off to the right wing side now to Swain. Off to Yates again. Now to a trailer at the point. Stone handling the puck. Black Bears on the power play, sending it to the net, and it goes through the slot area to the left wing side of the Indiana end. Kept alive by Sargis from in behind the goal. Sargis leaves it in the left wing corner for Yates. Penalty over. Romanis is out of the box. Still pressure applied, and a shot blocked by Jonas Lees. Penalty coming up again against Indiana. Black Bears about to go to the power play once more. Delayed call, goaltender off. Binghamton in possession of the puck. They get it to Stone at the right point. Off to the left side, where it's handled by Yates. Delivers to Stone again. Play continues until the Sentinels get possession, and they do now as Bacon grabs that puck. And the whistle blows, and Binghamton is about to go on the power play for the third time tonight. They are the second least penalized team in the FPHL. They have avoided the box all night long. And sitting down again is Christers Bormanis. He has been the recipient of all three minor penalties whistled against Indiana tonight. Bormanis went for hooking at 2:19. Now he's off for kneeing. A 2-minute minor for kneeing against Bormanis at 4:45. Off period 2, and the face-off will take place in the right wing circle of the Indiana end. And the draw sent to the near side. Durazio with it, moving it to the center point. Leaving it left side for Stubbs. Back to Durazio, a shot, and a stop made by Kerr. Puck bouncing into the right wing corner as the Black Bears get it back to Durazio again at the center point. Now to an open man. Stubbs is shot, and that caroms wide of the Indiana net. Powerade penalty kill once again. Big point in this game right now. Stubbs with it. Off to the left wing side. Shot wheeled toward the net by Sargis and wide of the Indiana goal. Loose in behind the net. Leafs trying to clear it out. Black Bears keep the pressure on Stubbs. Steps off the right wing boards with it. Comes to the right circle. Delivers to the right of the net to Kirkby. Back to Stubbs. Broken up by the Sentinels. Tomacek and Terrain on the near side defensively doing a great job on the penalty kill. And they'll head to the bench now as some fresh penalty killers come out. 1:09 to go on the man advantage for Binghamton. 14:20 remains in the second period. And here come the Black Bears now. Bondarenko. Left side of the Indiana end, playing it into the slot. Ponovanov knocks it away. Puck recovered, though, by Romaker's left wing. Feeds left point for a shot blocked by Hippolyte Smith as it was let go by Durazio and comes all the way to center. Stubbs with it. Passing at center ice to Yates, up right wing Indiana territory. Turns on the speed toward the net. A shot is sticked out by Kerr. And the Sentinels come away with a loose puck, bouncing in the high slot, but they can't clear. Quickly steered toward the net by Swain and knocked aside by Kerr. Now with it is Yates along the center point. Leaving it on the left wing side, handled there by Stone. Back to Yates again, left wing circle. 21 seconds on the power play. Stone with it, feeding it through the slot, goes into the right wing corner. Picked up by Swain out of the corner. Delivers to Stone to the right point. Off to the left side to Yates. Coming in toward the net, shoots one, and that one is wide of the Indiana net, and the puck caroms off the boards now all the way back into Binghamton territory. And the penalty expires as Bormanis is back onto the ice. Black Bears with the puck, Swain into the Indiana end, and he fires and scores as he comes down the right wing side just after the penalty had expired. And Swain has put Binghamton on top by a score of 2-0 with his 14th goal of the season. That's a heartbreaker for the Sentinels. They had just killed off two penalties back-to-back here early in the second period. And as we go back to even strength, the Black Bears strike and stretch their lead to 2-0. And they now have 22 shots on goal. So we'll see if the Sentinels can rally here. The penalty killing tested here tonight, and they kill off two early in the second, but Binghamton, as we return to even strength, able to capitalize and go on top by a score of 2-0, and they pressure some more here. A long shot by Cervoni, and the stop made by Kerr. Loose in around the net, trying to flip it home Shankar, and the stop by Kerr. And we've got a timeout here with 12:45 remaining in the second period. And Indiana down 2-0. And we'll return to the Hamilton Community Ice Arena in a moment. Our score, the Black Bears 2, the Sentinels 0 on the Indiana Sentinels Hockey Network.
What's in your decision to donate blood? More than you know. One donation can save lives and fuel research to save many more. A few moments of your time sparks moments like these. And these. Hope cures, empowers, and strengthens us. Hope is in all the moments that matter, and it's in all of us. Versity Blood Centers. Hope, it's in our blood.
Nicholas Swain scoring his 14th goal of the season, set up by Gavin Yates at 5:50 of the second period to put Binghamton on top 2-0. Just after the Sentinels had got done killing back-to-back minor penalties. And the Black Bears from the face-off have it and steered in deep in behind the Indiana net. Jacob Shankar with it, delivers along the left wing side to Cameron Cervoni. He'll drop it off in deep into the left wing corner, Indiana territory. Mason Hohen out here. He's seen the limited ice time. Frees the puck up for Shankar. His shot from the left wing side hits a stick on the way to the net. Bounces to the near side of the Indiana end. Sentinels trying to clear. Lease after it. Run out, knocked down by Shankar. And the Black Bears continue to pressure in Indiana territory. Matt Hohen steers it left wing side to Shankar, and his shot deflects, goes up over the glass and out of play to stop the action with 12:06 remaining here in the second period. The Binghamton Black Bears, beneficiaries of 2 power play chances early in the second period, have put up 11 shots on goal to Indiana's 1 here in the first 7 minutes and 54 seconds of period number 2. Noah Hippolyte-Smith ready on the face-off for Indiana against Kirkby. And the Black Bears control, get it back to Anderson at the right point, and he sends one wide of the Indiana goal. Puck loose, far side, Hippolyte-Smith there, trying to clear, can't do it, kept in, fired from long range, wide by Kirby. Off the boards, Tortorella able to come up with it, and he'll find an opening to clear it to center and back into Binghamton territory. And the Black Bears down to center. Bondarenko had it poked away by Ross at the Sentinels' blue line. Kirkby recovering for Binghamton and shoots it down deep into the Indiana end. Rolls behind the Sentinels' goal, trying to get it settled down as Ponovanov. He does. And the Sentinels clear it out to center. Chasing after it, Cunningham on the left wing side. Coming together along the near boards with Anderson, and Anderson able to take the puck and deliver to Bondarenko. Back to Anderson through center. As the Black Bears steer it toward the slot. Shot there by Stubbs, wide of the Indiana goal. Puck to center ice. After Cunningham, he's lost his stick. Trying to use the body at center. And now skates over to the Indiana bench. Gets a new piece of lumber as the Black Bears shoot the puck down deep into the Indiana end. Ponovanov on the far side of his own territory. Pressured along the far wing by Nicholas Swain. Peavy after the puck now for the Sentinels. Blake Peavy with it. Clears it along the far side, but not out. Black Bears have on the territorial edge and the shot edge here in this period, and the Sentinels find themselves down 2-0. Black Bears pressuring again. A shot by Swain from the right side. Stop back in front, trying to put it back on goal. Durazio. Sentinels block that. Maximus Merrick Tortorella with a puck. Can't clear it out. Capped in, fired, and stopped by Kerr on the chance for Nicholas Swain. A great chance there and a big save by Kerr. And he needs some help here. The Sentinels have just been under a barrage here in period number 2. And the puck on the far side of the Indiana end, the Black Bears' Gavin Yates off the boards with it toward the front of the net. Puck checked away by Anderson. Yates goes down. He's slow to get up. Sentinels pressured, and the Black Bears get it in front, and they've scored again. Nicholas Swain in front of the net, and I believe he touched it last. Set up by Austin DeRazio, and Binghamton has stretched the lead to 3-0 just as we cross the midway point off period number 2. And they now have 27 shots on goal, including 14 here in period 2. And they stretch their lead to 3-0 over Indiana. It's not hard to see why this team has steamrolled its way to the top spot in the Empire Division and the league overall. Swain with a goal, second of the night for him, and 15th of the year. And Binghamton leading at 3-0. Both of their goals in this period, in fact, all 3 of their goals on the night have been even strength goals. Swain with his second of the night from Austin DeRazio, and Gavin Yates at 10:13 to make it 3-0. We'll return in a moment. The score, Binghamton 3, Indiana 0, here on the Indiana Sentinels Hockey Network. Midway through, and Binghamton leading it 3-0 over Indiana. Sentinels winners of 2 of their last 3. 4-1 triumph over the Port Huron Prowlers last night. Victory on Saturday night, 5-2 over the Topeka Scarecrows. And Indiana has won 4 games here at home this year in regulation time, 1 shootout win at home. They knew they were going to have their hands full tonight against Binghamton. Tight game after 1. 1-0 Binghamton leading. And they stretch the lead to a 3-goal margin here in the second. And they're looking for more as they get the puck to Shankar up right wing, Indiana end. Bacon back challenging him, knocking the puck away. Puck in behind the Indiana goal. Sentinels pressured as Sturgis along the boards. Knocks it loose. It's free at the side of the net. Willett over there tying his man up, but they get it back to the center point. A long shot and a save made by Kerr on the blast from the point by Weber, and then Kerr denying Garrett Sturgis on the rebound opportunity, the second chance, and the puck cleared by the Sentinels to center. Black Bears back on the attack of the Indiana line. Shot in deep by Dan Weber. Right wing corner it goes. 29 shots on goal now for Binghamton. And they roll it now free to the left wing side for a chance by Shankar. That's stopped by Kerr, and the Sentinels have it. Zinchenko through center. Sends a bouncer toward the Binghamton net. That'll be grabbed on the hop and held onto by goaltender Dominic Tomei. And the play will stop here with 8:28 to go in period 2, and Binghamton leading it 3-0. We haven't had to call Tomei's name too much here tonight. Faced 7 shots on goal. Indiana's best chance came on a penalty shot that was awarded at 15:27 of the first period when Corey Cunningham was pulled down on a clean break to the net. Penalty shot awarded, and Cunningham put it off the post. Going low on the stick side. against Tomei. Sentinels from the face-off have it. Cunningham, right wing side. Binghamton in. Cunningham leaving it for Noah Hibblett-Smith on the right wing corner. Hibblett-Smith double team, puck bouncing free, and the Black Bears get possession of it. Tyson Kirkby in his own end, lifts it in the air out to center ice. Grabbed in stride, brought into the Sentinels end by Sargis. Slowed down, rubbed to the boards by Hibblett-Smith on the left wing side. Puck free, Sentinels unable to clear, grabbed and shot from the left wing side, wide of the net by Kirkby. Black Bears keep the pressure on now, and a good poke check by Terrain to knock it away. Out to center, Terrain racing after the puck. Hustling back with a step ahead on him is Anderson to get to it. Plays it to Stubbs at center, off to the left wing side for an opportunity developing here as they try and get it to Kirby. Couldn't settle it down. Loose, fired back toward the net again by Anderson, and the stop made by Kerr. Anderson once more fires, and that's high and wide of the net. Puck free, far side Indiana territory. Sentinels unable to clear it out. Now they'll get a second opportunity to do so as Anderson grabs the loose puck, and he does clear. Up the left wing side, Bormanis with it. Has a man in front, gets it to him, and that is put toward the net by Colarusso and denied on a big stop by Dominic Tomei. Colarusso with a great chance there. And that's really the first and only chance that the Sentinels have really had. And Colarusso thwarted by Tomei on a great opportunity in front. And the Sentinels with it again. Here comes Zinchenko. 3-on-2 develops. Zinchenko to Tortorella. Shoots, and that's just wide of the net. On the stick side of Tomei. Puck off the boards, and the Black Bears clear it out to center ice. Ahead to Stubbs up right wing. Stubbs in toward the net. Rubbed off the puck. Knocked down by Ross. That draws a rise from the crowd. Puck free, Tortorella. Able to get it to the right wing side to Ivan Panovanov. Sentinels starting to find some life now. To Tortorella at center. Poke check to the Binghamton line. Panovanov recovers. Here's Panovanov on the move up left wing. He looks, he fires, and that is off the glove of Tomei and over top of the Binghamton net. Puck free along the near side, taken in by Nicholas Swain. Plays it along the far boards, Indiana territory to Gavin Yates, circling in behind the net. Cutting to the near side, knocked down by Hibblett-Smith. Willett with a puck, trying to sneak it through to Zinchenko. Broken up, though, by the Black Bears. And here they come on the attack again into the Indiana end. Gavin Yates down the right wing side. Pushed out to the boards on the near wing. After the puck, though, with it, Swain in behind the Indiana net. Takes it to the left wing corner. Feeds it back to the left point. With it there, DeRazio. He'll carry it in deep and get ridden hard into the boards by Zinchenko, and Panovanov then clears the puck to center. 5:37 to go. Second, Stone down right wing for Binghamton, attempting to center. Broken up by Indiana's Ivan Panovanov, and that'll enable Merrick Tortorella to come away with a puck through center. Two men back. Tortorella up left wing. Dipsy-do move the shot, and the stick save made by Tomei, and after the rebound, Bormanis, but Tomei covers it before he could get that second chance opportunity. And he'll hang on to that puck. Stop play with 5:16 to go. Period 2, 3-0, Binghamton in the lead. Sentinels starting to generate some pressure now on Dominic Tomei. And the faceoff will take place in the left wing circle of the Binghamton end. Christers Bormanis for Indiana against Kyle Stefford. To Tomei's stick side, right from the draw comes to Phil Tomacek, and his shot is stopped by Tomei. Well, the Sentinels could get one here that got a big boost of life in a game that, no question, they are heavy underdogs in. They were down 1-0 after one. Puck sent by the Sentinels down deep into the near side of the Binghamton end. Stefford with a puck. Ahead at center ice, delivers to Mason Hohen, and he shoots it down deep into the far side of the Indiana end. Here's Sargis left wing boards. Leaving it back left point, long shot by Weber, deflects wide of the net. And the puck coming off the boards, carrying out of play, and then bouncing back off the netting onto the ice surface. So that brings a whistle and a play stoppage. With 4:40 remaining in the second period, our score is Binghamton 3, Indiana 0 at the Hamilton Community Ice Arena on the Indiana Sentinels Hockey Network. The second period of Indiana Sentinels hockey is brought to you by Coca-Cola. The Binghamton Black Bears had 13 shots on goal in the first, 18 in the second. They're at 31 right now. Indiana 6 in the first, 5 in the second for their game total of 11. Indiana's been penalized 3 times. No calls against the Black Bears. They've avoided the penalty box. That's been one of their trademarks throughout the season. They're the second least penalized team in the FPHL. Face off in the left wing circle of the Indiana end. Christers Formanis against Kyle Steffen. Sentinels control. And can they clear? They do manage to force it out to center ice. Picked up by Cunningham. Challenged at the blue line by Cervoni, and he'll clear it all the way back down deep into Indiana territory. Romeo Terrain back to get it. Scoots it along the far side for Tomacek. Couldn't quite find the handle on it, though. The Black Bears forecheck, get possession of the puck. In behind the net, Bondarenko. And they work it back to the left point to DeRazio. Playing catch with Hohen. Hohen with the puck now. And attempting to get it to Weaver. Broken up by the Sentinels. Tomacek out to center ice. And he's tied up with the blue line, but manages to knock that puck down deep into Binghamton territory with 3:52 to go. Second period out to center ice. Skates Weaver with the puck. Penalty coming up against Indiana. Weaver caught a stick up high, so this will be the 4th call against the Sentinels tonight. The goaltender Tomei to the bench, delayed penalty. With 3.5 to go here in the second period, and the Black Bears will take their time here. Anderson ahead to Yates. Play continues until Indiana gets possession of the puck. Here's Yates with it. On the move through center, retreating back toward his own blue line. They've got all the time in the world right now. Yates leaving the puck back for Ramakers. And he hands it now to Bondarenko. Starts the rush up right wing. Bondarenko, Indiana in. Leaving it in the right circle for Kirkby. Trying to play it through to the net. Carries it now in behind the goal. Kirkby off the left wing boards. Handing it to Stubbs. And Stubbs dropping it off for Anderson. Play continuing on the delayed call. Off to Stubbs. Into the right wing corner. They work it now and back to the point. Stubbs slides it in deep. Right wing corner. Bondarenko with it. Back to the center point to Anderson. And finally the Sentinels get possession of the puck. And the whistle will stop play. And the penalty will be assessed here with 2:38 to go. In the second, Richie Colarusso will go off for high sticking. A 2-minute minor. And it'll be power play chance number 4 for Binghamton tonight. Certainly didn't appear to be intentional on Colarusso's part, but the rules require that you do maintain control of your stick. And he did get it up high. And so the 2-minute minor handed out. And the Sentinels are shorthanded for the 4th time tonight. They have done the job on the Powerade penalty kill. And the Prowlers set up Stubbs in front with a shot that's blocked. And the Sentinels clear the loose puck all the way back down deep into Binghamton territory. Austin DeRazio from in behind his own net. 1:31 on the power play, 2:08 in the period. Here comes DeRazio. Lost the handle on it to Maximus Merrick Tortorella, and he'll fire it all the way down deep into the Binghamton end. 1:20 now to go on the power play for the Black Bears. Ramaker takes the pass at center. Hands back to Stubbs out of his own end. Off on the left wing side now to Bondarenko. Skating in deep, putting it toward the net, they score. Power play goal for Binghamton. Bondarenko leading the rush down the left wing side. Stubbs cutting toward the net as well, and the Black Bears with a power play goal have taken a 4-0 lead with 1:46 remaining in the second period. So that'll spring Colarusso from the penalty box. Binghamton now 1 for 4 on the man advantage tonight. That is their 32nd shot on goal. And with 3 goals here in period 2. 2 of them even strength and 1 on the power play. They have broken this game wide open. And the Black Bears, Cervoni with the puck at center ice. Cervoni shooting it into the Indiana end, cleared away by Cunningham. Bondarenko will get credited with the goal. Bondarenko gets his first of the night, 17th of the season. Power play goal to make it 4-0. Puck on the Red Wing side of the Indiana end. Gavin Yates attempting to go to the point. It's beyond the reach of Dan Weaver. He comes back for it at center. Leaves it for Yates, circling back into his own end. Here's Yates gaining center red and backhanding it slowly and deep into Sentinels territory. It's played by Indiana to Esposito on the Red Wing side. He'll use the boards to clear, and it ends up going up over the boards into the bench area, out of play, with 56 seconds to go here in the second period. And the Black Bears on top, 4-0. And we get the assists on the goal scored by Bondarenko, CJ Stubbs, and Scott Ramakers with the assists on the power play goal. Bondarenko from Stubbs and Ramakers at 18-14 to give the Black Bears a 4-0 lead. Sentinels come up with the puck, cleared by Noah Hippolyte-Smith out to center ice. Loose at center. Black Bears regain possession. Bring it to Indiana territory. Shankar hit as he comes toward the net. Puck free and fired from long range by Anderson, high and wide of the goal. Down to a half a minute to go in this second period. Loose along the far side, Indiana territory. Tom Check over there, and also is Hippolyte-Smith to clear it to Romeo Terrain at center. Romeo now to Zinchenko, and off to the right side. Hippolyte-Smith, a shot just wide of the net from the top of the right circle. Terrain keeps it alive. He wheels one on goal, blocked. Picked up now by Jonas Lee's left wing. Lee centers. Anderson in front, couldn't get turned around for a shot though. Loose along the right wing side. Jonas Lee's for Indiana with a puck. Playing it in deep in the right wing corner. And the time will run out here in the second period as Lees is pinned up along the boards. With the horn sounding, the second period concludes with the Black Bears building a 4-0 lead over the Sentinels. And in the second, the period started off with Indiana behind the 8-ball early, thanks to a couple of penalties back-to-back at 2:19 and 4:45. They were shorthanded when the game was 1-0. And they were successful on the Powerade penalty kill, shutting down the Black Bears on their 2 power play chances early in the second period. But just after the second penalty had expired, Binghamton scores to go up 2-0 at 6:50 as Nicholas Swain scores. Swain with his first of 2 on the night to stretch the lead to 2-0. Assist going to Gavin Yates, and that is the lone assist on the goal. Swain's goal putting the Black Bears on top 2-0. And really swung a lot of the momentum that was building their way even heavily in their favor with that goal. You'd think the Sentinels, with the 2 successful penalty kills, they may have had a chance to build some momentum, but unfortunately that was denied on the goal scored by Swain, his 14th of the season, at 6:50 to put Binghamton on top 2-0. And then the lead grew to 3-0 at 10:13 of the second period when Swain gets his second of the night and his 15th of the year. Austin DeRazio assists, as does Gavin Yates. Even strength goal to put Binghamton on top 3-0, and then they stretch the lead to 4-0 with their lone goal on the man advantage tonight. The power play goal coming at 18-14, scored by Ivan Bondarenko, his 17th of the year. CJ Stubbs assists, as does Scott Ramakers. Man advantage goal to give Binghamton the 4-0 lead. The Sentinels had 1 penalty in period number 1. They were able to successfully kill that. 8 minutes in penalty time to Indiana on the night, none. Or rather, 1 to Binghamton back in period number 1. And it didn't result in any power play time, but it did result in a penalty shot for Indiana. So the only infraction by the Black Bears back at 15:27 of period number 1 when Scott Ramakers hauled down Corey Cunningham on the way to the net on a clean break to the net. A penalty shot was awarded to Indiana as Ramakers hauled down Cunningham, and Cunningham was awarded a penalty shot. He skated in alone from center ice, took his time as he crossed the line, swung to his left, and then tried to beat Dominic Tomei to the stick side, and he actually did beat him, but he rang the shot off the goalpost, and that would have tied the game had that one gone in, but the goalpost denies Cunningham on the penalty shot, and the game remained 1-0 at the end of one. That was the best chance that the Sentinels had tonight. Earlier in the period, Maximus Merrick Tortorella put one off the goalpost, so Sentinels came close a couple of times in period number one, but the Black Bears came out just on fire in the second, and the beneficiaries of a couple of minors early on in period number two, and they outshot the Sentinels in the second period by a count of 19-6. And two period totals, Binghamton 32 shots on goal and Indiana with 12. So the Black Bears with 3 in the second to stretch their lead to 4-0 as they try and run their win streak to 5 games. They have 4 straight in the win column coming into tonight, and they've built a 4-0 lead over Indiana after 2. Tomorrow night it'll be your last chance to see the Sentinels in person this year. 7:30 start, Indiana and Binghamton once again here at the Hamilton Community Ice Arena. And it'll be jersey raffle night. Jonas Lee's game warden jersey will be available through a raffle, and every person who enters the arena tomorrow night will receive an entry into the drawing, and additional tickets will be available for purchase for that Jonas Lease game worn jersey tomorrow night. And then the remainder of the Indiana Sentinels game worn home jerseys will be available in silent auction tomorrow night. So you'll have a chance if you come out tomorrow night to see the Sentinels in their final game at home this year to go home with a jersey. Jonas Lease is available through the raffle, and then the remaining jerseys in silent auction tomorrow night. Sentinels also would like to remind you that the early bird season ticket sale for next year is now underway through May 1st, and you can secure your season tickets for all 28 home games next year, and that includes the exclusive season ticket holder perks, all for a price of $300. That's a savings of $120 off the full season ticket price. Half season tickets are also available at a discount, normally $60 more than they're available for right now, normally $210. They're on sale for the half season package for $150, and that is the early bird season ticket sale in effect now through May 1st for season 2 of Sentinels hockey next year. It'll come your way in October here at the Hamilton Community Ice Arena. The Sentinels do have a lot of action remaining though this year, and they will be playing a pair of neutral site games next weekend, Friday the 27th and Saturday the 28th at the Ralph Engelstad Ice Arena in Thief River Falls, Minnesota, the site of an expansion franchise to the FPHL next year. And the Indiana Sentinels, the home team in that neutral site series, will debut FPHL hockey squaring off against the Topeka Scarecrows next Friday and Saturday, 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, 7:45 for the coverage here on the Sentinels Hockey Network next Friday and Saturday from Ralph Engelstad Arena in Thief River Falls, Minnesota. Then the Sentinels will take to the road for 5 to conclude the year, Friday, April 3rd and Saturday, April 4th in Athens at the Aikens Ford Arena, home ice of the Athens Rock Lobsters. 7:05 Eastern Time start those 2 nights, and then the final 3 games of the year will take place in Topeka Thursday, April 9th, Friday, April 10th, and Saturday, April 11th at Topeka's Landon Arena, and that is a 7:05 Central Time start, 8:05 Eastern for the last 3 games of the year on the road in Topeka. One more period left in this one, and we'll see what the Sentinels can do. They will see this same team tomorrow night, so it's important to come out with a good effort in the third and try and get some confidence and some momentum behind you and see what you can do against this team that has had an amazing year, the Binghamton Black Bears, 38 regulation time wins, 3 shootout wins in their 48 games played this year, building a 4-0 lead over the Indiana Sentinels after 40 minutes. We'll start the third in just a bit from the Hamilton Community Ice Arena in Columbus, Indiana. 4-0 Binghamton leads on the Sentinels Hockey Network.
Scott and his entire team, from the most simplistic things to the most complex, are phenomenal. They're informative, responsive, and something that's important to me, they're honest.
As a business owner myself, I know how important it is to protect your livelihood. I'm Scott Weatherford, owner of Richard Hawes Insurance. Give me a call today and we can chat about how an independent agent can save your business money.
What's in your decision to donate blood? More than you know. One donation can save lives and fuel research to save many more. A few moments of your time sparks moments like these. And these. Hope cures, empowers, and strengthens us. Hope is in all the moments that matter. And it's in all of us. Versity Blood Centers. Hope. It's in our blood.
The Indiana Sentinels came into tonight's game winning 2 of their last 3, including a 4-1 triumph over the Port Huron Prowlers last night. But no question they were heavy underdogs against a Binghamton Black Bears team that is victorious in 38 games through 48 of their contests this year, 38 wins in regulation time, 3 shootout wins along with that, soaring to the top of the Empire Division and the league standings overall. And in the 4 meetings between these two teams prior to this weekend, Binghamton outscoring Indiana by a count of 20 goals to 2, winning 5-0 February 7th, 5-0 February 6th in Binghamton. Successful 6-1 November 18th and 4-1 November 8th, rather, that was 6-1. And then the night before, November 7th, 4-1, winning in Binghamton. So the season series shifts to the Hamilton Community Ice Arena for the final meetings of the year between these two teams. And the Binghamton Black Bears leading 1-0 after 1, scoring 29 seconds in. Indiana with a great chance to tie it on a penalty shot at 15:27 of the first, but the shot by Indiana's Corey Cunningham going off the post. In behind goaltender Dominic Tomei, and it remained 1-0 in the first period, ended 1-0 Binghamton. Then the Black Bears had 2 power play chances early in the second. Indiana able to kill off both of those shorthanded scenarios with a Powerade penalty kill. But just after they killed off that second penalty, the lead grew to 2-0 on a Nicholas Swain goal, his first of 2 on the night. Swain scores again at 10:13 to make it 3-0. And then the final goal of the period comes at 18:14 on the power play. Ivan Bondarenko scoring to give Binghamton the 4-0 lead after 2. The Black Bears out shooting the Sentinels 32-12 on the night. And Dominic Tomei, just one of many aspects of this Binghamton team that has been such a big part of their success. Tomei, 24 wins, 2 losses, 1 overtime loss, 2.02 goals against average, save percentage of .926. Entering the night, leading the league in that goals against average at 2.02. He leads the league in shutouts with 5. Second in the league in save percentage at .926. Second in the league in wins with 22. And the Sentinels have not put a lot of pressure his way here tonight. Again, their best chances went off goalposts. The penalty shot for Cunningham and one that Tortorella rang off the iron in period number 1. Indiana did get some pressure on him later in the second, but he was able to shut the door and help the Black Bears carry a 4-0 lead into period number 3. Let's take a look now at the latest on the FPHL out-of-town scoreboard and the huge battles going on tonight at Port Huron's McMorran Place Arena between the Prowlers and the Topeka Scarecrows. Port Huron leads 2-1 in the third period. Port Huron starts the night with 89 points and second in the Empire. Topeka tied with Blue Ridge for third with 75 points. And Blue Ridge tonight, they appear to be on their way to victory. They're up 3-0 on home ice against the Baton Rouge Zydeco. So Port Huron leads Topeka 2-1 in the third in Port Huron. Baton Rouge on the road in Blue Ridge tonight, and Blue Ridge ahead 3-0 over Baton Rouge. So if things stand as they are, Blue Ridge could wake up tomorrow alone in third place in the Empire Division. Also tonight, Monroe and PD, 0-0 in the first period. Danbury Hat-Tricks with a 2-1 lead over Watertown in the third in Watertown. And the Twin City Thunderbirds on home ice have a 3-1 lead over the Biloxi Breakers, and that is in the second period. And that is the latest on the FPHL out-of-town scoreboard. Hottest team in the league, Athens, off tonight. They will be playing tomorrow afternoon on their home ice, the 4:05 Eastern Time game in Athens against the Columbus River Dragons tomorrow with their 8-game win streak on the line. Longest current win streak. Second longest is the team the Sentinels are facing tonight, Binghamton. They've won 4 straight. Blue Ridge comes into tonight's action having won 3 in a row, and PD has won 3 straight. Longest losing streak right now belongs to Twin City. They have dropped 4 in a row. They look to be on their way to ending that tonight, up 3-1 at home. But still a long way to go in that game. It's in the second period. New Baton Rouge and Biloxi each on 3-game win streaks, 3-game losing streaks rather, to start the night. The third period of Indiana Sentinels hockey is brought to you by Ryan Fur Creative. I'm Jim Mirabello at the Hamilton Community Ice Arena. Sentinels with some pressure right from the faceoff. A shot by Anderson on the backhand is gloved and held on to by Tomei. So 11 seconds into the third, Indiana gets a scoring chance. And Tomei making his 13th stop of the night. And the faceoff will take place in the right wing circle of the Binghamton end. And Indiana trying to come out with a spark here in the third. Black Bears from the face-off, working quickly through center into the Indiana end. A backhand shot by Kirkby as he bared in on goal is turned aside by Kerr. Puck in deep, left wing side Indiana end. Kirkby with it again. Carrying it now into the right wing corner, pinned to the boards by Cole Willett. And Bormanis comes up with a loose puck. Leaves it along the near side for Seth Bacon, Indiana defenseman, clearing it through center, down deep into Binghamton territory. Teams at even strength here to start period number 3. Indiana has not had a power play chance tonight, although they did get a penalty shot on the first period. Binghamton has had 4 chances on the man advantage, and they're 1 for 3. Black Bears to the Indiana line. Swain with it, looking for the hat trick, and he will go home wearing the hat tonight as he risks a long one and scores up high just underneath the crossbar to make it 5-0. So the hat trick goal for Nicholas Swain. And the Black Bears add to their lead here. And Swain with 16 now on the season. New Jersey native, and a night that he will remember. That goal comes 1 minute and 6 seconds into the third period. Gavin Yates will get an assist on that. Austin DeRazio will also. DeRazio with a pair of assists tonight. Yates with 3 assists tonight in this Binghamton attack that has been consistent throughout the course of the night. Sentinels get to a loose puck. Good work by Tortorella on the forecheck, firing one just wide from in tight. And then Yates with it now as the Black Bears start to center ice. Loose at center, Tortorella gathers it in. Tortorella crossing the line, lost the handle on the puck. Yates with it, skating back the other way into the Indiana end. In tight with a shot that's wide of the Indiana goal. Off the board, Sentinels have it. Maximus Merrick Tortorella lifts it out to center ice, tried to stick it through to Bormanis, but couldn't get it through to him, and Yates takes over now for Binghamton. Yates to the Indiana line, offside as he cuts into the Indiana end, and the clock stops now. 2 minutes and 9 seconds into this third period. Jesse Burns, Adam Fish are the referees tonight. Dominic Garabonte, Scott Gillespie, the linesman, working here tonight at the Hamilton Community Ice Arena. And the face-off will take place outside the Indiana blue line. Bormanis at center with Peavy and Anderson joining him on the wings. Ross and Panovanov defensively. As the Black Bears able to force it in deep into the Indiana end. Peavy up with it. Delivers it center ice. Tried to get it to Anderson. Broken up though by the Black Bears forward Garrett Sargis, who circles with it back into his own end. Sargis looking for an opening. And Sargis able to skate with it out to center. Correction on the left wing side. Weaver into the Indiana end, putting it in front, and it's tipped just wide by Sargis. On the move to the goal and off the boards, Panovanov has the puck and he'll skate with it out to center. Panovanov up right wing. Panovanov dropped the gloves last night in the game against Port Huron. Feisty affair that the Sentinels prevailed in 4-1. Black Bears with pressure on Indiana territory. Shankar circling with the puck. Dropping it off on the right wing side for a chance. A backhander and the stop made by Kerr on the opportunity for Daniel Stone, a defenseman coming in tight toward the front of the net. Stone with great size, 6'4", 200-pounder out of Alberta. Stopped by Kerr, and the face-off will take place in the left wing circle of the Indiana end. 3 minutes and 16 seconds gone here in this third period. Draw will be to Kerr's stick side. Noah Hippolyte-Smith in to do the honors for Indiana against Tyson Kirkby. Sentinels control the draw, dealt along the left wing side to Cunningham, and he shoots it down deep into the Binghamton end. And as the Black Bears try and clear, it ends up going off the glass, sand up over the glass and out of play. Stopping the action, 2 minutes and 28 seconds into the third period. And the face-off will take place in the right wing circle of the Binghamton end. Dominic Tomei, who leads the league in shutouts, is certainly conscious of the fact that he's faced 13 shots here tonight and still a third period in front of him, but has not allowed a goal here tonight. The Sentinels with some pressure on in the Binghamton end. Phil Tomacek in behind the net, trying to get it in front. Zinchenko helping out as well, but the Black Bears come away with the puck. And they bring it to center. And with it now, crossing the Indiana line and losing the edge on his skates and putting himself offside is Tyson Kirkby. So that'll stop play, and they'll face it off outside the Indiana blue line with 16:07 remaining here in the third period. And fans who are here in central Indiana who followed the FPHL this year, you wonder, is the record really for real? Binghamton just been this unbelievable force to be reckoned with, as we've not seen this team in this building all year, and the answer to that question, no doubt, is yes. Hit at center ice by Bormanis, knocking down Gavin Yates, and then over to have some words with Bormanis is Swain, who got tangled up a bit with linesman Dominic Irabonte, who pulled him away from Bormanis. And so the clock stops now. This is the first real display of temper that we've seen in this game tonight, for the most part. And we'll have some penalties issued here. 4 minutes and 12 seconds into the second period. Sentinels head coach Everett Thompson wanting a word with referee Adam Fish. A conversation going on right now in front of the Indiana bench. Fish coming back over to continue the conversation. He's back in the penalty crease area right now. 4 minutes and 12 seconds into the third period. Let's see what will be assessed here. 4 minor penalties in the game, all of them to Indiana. 1 in the first, 3 in the second. The only penalty against the Binghamton Black Bears came at the 15:27 mark of the first period, when Scott Rybuckers pulled down Corey Cunningham on the way to the net, and Cunningham was awarded a penalty shot. And it went off the goalpost on the stick side of Tomei. Blake Peavy, the Indiana captain, and Binghamton's captain, Tyson Kirkby, a pair of number 17s, are in the conversation at center ice. They've got an extra 2 minutes on the board against Indiana. Bormanis is heading now to the Indiana dressing room. He's had 3 minors called against him over the course of the night here tonight, and he's off into the dressing room now. And Ethan Esposito heads to the Indiana penalty box to serve the time. It's an elbowing minor against Bormanis. And Christers Bormanis, who in 9 games had 18 minutes in penalty time coming into tonight, adds 8 more to that total. with the elbowing minor at 4-12. Power play for Binghamton. Powerade penalty kill for Indiana. And the Black Bears with a puck in the Indiana end. Bondarenko along the near boards to Tarazio at the left point. Feeds to the right side to Stubbs, back to Tarazio. And now over to Stubbs coming in from the right wing side and firing one wide of the net. Near corner Bondarenko leaves it for Tarazio. Back to Bondarenko outside the left wing circle. Feeding Stubbs in from the right point. He shoots. It's blocked on the way to the net. Loose puck. Jonas Lease trying to clear it out. He does find the handle and wheels it out through center. Almost had it on the stick of Zinchenko coasting through center ice. But it goes down deep into the Binghamton end, and the Black Bears' Tarazio brings it back the other way to center. 1:15 to go on the Binghamton power play. They have a man cutting toward the front of the net. It's loose in front of the goal. And catching a stick up high, Tyson Kirkby goes down. And that with 1:07 to go in the penalty as the Black Bears' Kirby reacted in dramatic fashion as he caught that stick up high. And play stops, and let's see if anything is going to be assessed here. 5 minutes and 6 seconds into the third period. Kirkby with his helmet off right now. He's their team captain. He heads to the bench. Officials conversing at center ice in the officials' crease. 1:07 remaining on the penalty time. The elbowing minor to Christers Bormanis. Now the penalty time's off the clock, so not sure what exactly is happening right now. They had indicated on the official score sheet a 2-minute minor for elbowing to Bormanis at 4:12. And the puck sent by the Black Bears down deep into the Indiana end. In deep in his own territory, Richie Colarusso, Indiana's penalty minute leader out here now. Got the puck to Merrick Tortorella, and he'll clear it all the way back into the Binghamton end. And the Black Bears were not sure. Apparently the puck was put into the net by Kirkby in that altercation as he took the stick up high before the whistle had sounded, so they are awarding a goal to Kirkby to make it 6-0. So Binghamton now with its 6th goal. And so that would negate whatever penalty was going to be called against Indiana. And the goal awarded to Kirkby at 5:06, a power play goal. And that's why the hooking or the elbowing minor to Bormanis came off the board. The goal awarded to Kirkby at 5:06 to make it 6-0. We'll take timeout. Black Bears well in command. 14-11 to go in the third on the Sentinels Hockey Network.
Vitamin water helps keep me hydrated. Encore. After encore. After encore. Next thing you know, it felt just like this. Come on. Vitamin water from New York.
It's calling me. Like the rainbow. Like the rainbow. It's calling me. Like the rainbow. The rainbow.
A penalty called against Binghamton as we had gone to the break. An interference minor to Cameron Cervoni, and it is a Haas Insurance power play for Indiana. Here early in the third period, down 6-0. Puck along the far side of the Binghamton end, and Zinchenko trying to dig it loose along the boards. Puck pinned in along the dashers by Jesse Anderson, and then the Black Bears get possession, and they sail it all the way down deep into Indiana ice. Kerr handling it in behind the net. Leaves it for Cole Willett. Haas Insurance power play, first one of the night for Indiana. Puck delivered to Cunningham up left wing. Now to Zinchenko cutting to the net, feeding it in front. Hibboleth Smith there, but he had his stick tied up before he could get wood on it. Colarusso to the left wing side. Willett shot save made, and the puck held on to by Tomei. Well, the Sentinels get some pressure on him on this man advantage chance. That has a minute and 17 seconds remaining in it. 13:27 to go in the third period. Haas Insurance power play for Indiana. Third period of Sentinels hockey brought to you by Ryan for Creative. Face-off coming up in the left wing circle of the Binghamton end. Zinchenko on the draw. Able to pull it back to the near side where Cunningham takes over. Now to Zinchenko behind the net and back to Corey Cunningham. Attempting to set up Hippolyte-Smith, but intercepted by Bondarenko, and he skates with it all the way out. Now to the Indiana blue line into kill time. Plays it back into his own end to Daniel Stone, and Stone shoots the puck down deep into Indiana ice. 51 seconds to go on the Haas Insurance power play. Colarusso to Willette, starting out of his own zone with a feed on the right wing side to Zinchenko at center. Pressure applied by Bondarenko. Zinchenko able to keep it alive. The Black Bears gain possession of the puck. Passing it deep into their own end to kill time on the penalty. Indiana trying to forecheck, but puck sent through center all the way down deep now into Sentinels territory. Kerr stick handling it in behind the net, and Terrain takes over. Near side of his own territory. 18 seconds to go on the man advantage. And now Panovanov out of his own end to Tortorella off his skate at center. And all the way down deep, it is going to be an icing call against Indiana. Icing on the man advantage with 10 seconds to go in the power play chance. And the puck will be brought all the way back down deep into the Indiana end for the faceoff. So 2 in the third here for Binghamton, a minute and 4 seconds in. Nicholas Swain scoring, and then at 5:06, Tyson Kirkby cashing in. C.J. Stubbs assists on the Kirkby goal. Gavin Yates and Daniel Stone on the Swain goal, his third of the night. Swain with a hat trick, and the Black Bears able to keep the Sentinels pinned in their own end as the penalty comes to a conclusion. 11:55 to go in the third. Sentinels get it to Esposito at center. They shoot it into Binghamton territory. Puck on the far side. Hustling after it. PV leaves it for Esposito, and his shot turned aside by Tomei. Puck in deep, handled by Shankar from in behind his own net. And slowing things down, he'll leave it for Anderson in behind the goal. And Anderson handing it off to Steffen, who starts the rush. Plays it to center ice to Shankar. Indiana end, double teamed by Peavy and Bacon. They knock him off the puck, and Tomacek is able to take over. Brings it out to center ice. Hounded from behind by Shankar. Puck gathered in by Shankar, who shoots it deep into Indiana territory. Jonas Lease back after it. 2-4 checking. Black Bears pressure him, but the Sentinels manage to play it out to center ice. Weber has it at center, rolling it into the Indiana end. Picked up high slot area by Zach Sirota. And his shot caroms up over the glass and out of play with 10:57 now remaining in the third period. And the Black Bears in the driver's seat, up 6-0. 1 goal in the first, 3 in the second, 2 in the third. 38 shots on goal to Indiana's 16. Binghamton 2 for 5 on the power play tonight. Indiana 0 for 1. And having a penalty shot in the first period that would have tied the game go off the post. Here are the Sentinels. Anderson at center. Anderson working his way to the Binghamton line. Shoots it in deep off the left wing boards. Puck rolling into the near corner. Romeo Terrain in after it to try and work it loose. Kyle Steffen for Binghamton. With it, he turns it over. The Sentinels in front. Anderson hammering away at it, but he couldn't get it home as the goaltender Tomei had lost his stick, and a great chance there for the Sentinels. Now back to Rain, able to knock it away from Swain, bidding for his 4th goal from right in front of the net, and the Sentinels get to the loose puck as Cunningham is able to force it out to center. Black Bears with it again. Here comes Swain on the move. Fight breaks out behind the play. Whistle blows, and it is Bacon for Indiana at center ice, tangling and getting a right in on Kyle Steffen. And Steffen and Bacon are separated now by the linesman. Our first fisticuffs for the night, and no doubt frustration Both on the part of the Sentinels, and Bacon going at it with Kyle Steffen at center with 10:03 to go here in period 2. So that's our first major penalties of the night. And Seth Bacon, who started out the year playing in Baton Rouge and then Blue Ridge, coming on board here with Indiana. It is 6th game with the Sentinels. And answering the bell there, dropping the gloves with Kyle Steffen. And they each get 5-minute majors for fighting. Sentinels get the puck ahead. Here's Esposito bearing in toward the net with a man on him. And a shot from in tight goes wide of the goal. Esposito with a good chance there. As the Sentinels try and erase the goose egg on the board. And spoil Semay's bid for his league leading 6th shutout. He's got 5 under his belt so far this year. And the Black Bears on the move, Indiana territory. Bondarenko on the left wing side. Trying to feed it in front for Kirkby. He's too well tied up. Stone now keeping it alive, shooting through a screen, and the stop made by Kerr. He had big C.J. Stubbs right in front of the net, 6'2", 190-pounder. And Kerr able to make the stop. He's seen 40 shots on goal here tonight. 9:20 remains, 3rd period. The Black Bears showing why they are running away with things in the FPHL and the Empire Division and the league standings overall. Up 6-0 over the Sentinels in the 3rd on the Sentinels Hockey Network. Five-minute fighting majors were handed out to Seth Bacon of Indiana and Kyle Steffen of Binghamton at 9:57 of the 3rd period. As those two drop the gloves, they remain in the penalty boxes as we return to play with a face-off forthcoming in the Indiana end to the stick side of Chris Kerr. Indiana team captain Blake Peavy stands it against his fellow team captain for the Black Bears, Tyson Kirkby, off the face-off. Puck pulled back to Cervoni at the left point. Gets it toward the front of the net. Trying to direct it home. Kirkby, he was denied. Puck kept alive by Cervoni, left wing side. Romeo Terrain hustling over. Tomachek as well, and they clear the puck to center. Bondarenko with it again, quickly into the Indiana end. Down the left wing side, had it knocked away, and Tomachek is able to force it out to center. Ahead on the left wing side to Dalton Anderson. Now Peavy picking up or trying to that loose puck that couldn't quite find the handle on it. And here comes Stubbs back the other way into the Indiana and slowed down by Colarusso. Puck loose in front of the Indiana net. Stubbs with it, putting it on goal in the stop. Is made by Kerr. And Indiana able to clear. Zach Ross shoots it out through center and down deep into Binghamton territory with 8.5 to go in the 3rd period. 6-0 Black Bears in the lead. One of the Sentinels taken down and behind the Binghamton net. Slow to get up. A penalty coming up against Binghamton. And the play starting to get chippy here in the 3rd period. These two teams are going to see each other again tomorrow night. And it was Maximus Merrick Tortorella that was given the shot in behind the Binghamton goal. He's working his way to his skates right now. The Sentinels taking exception to that with some conversation of the heated variety. And things calm down, and a penalty will be dished out here to Binghamton. Now we've got Cunningham grabbing a hold, he and Jacob Shankar of one another over in the near circle of the Binghamton end away from the play. Those two are separated. And penalty time forthcoming to Binghamton on that infraction away from the play that left Maximus Merrick Tortorella down on the ice in behind that Binghamton goal. And the guilty party is Zach Sirota. And he'll head off, 2-minute minor for roughing. .11:37 is the time of the penalty, and the face-off will be outside the Binghamton blue line, and it'll be a power play opportunity for Indiana. Hawes Insurance power play. Face-off outside the Binghamton blue line, and the Black Bears control, and they'll shoot it down deep into the Indiana end. Second power play chance on the night for Indiana. And they get it to Philip Tomacek on the move through center. Tomacek crossing the Binghamton line, leaving it for a trailing Cunningham. Comes to the top of the left circle. Tried to deliver back to the point to Willett. Intercepted by the Black Bears. Here they come, shorthanded. Bondarenko with a man cutting toward the net. Gets it to him, and Esposito back defensively to tie up Anderson, who tried to take that pass in front of the goal. Good work by Esposito. Now Cunningham for Indiana. On the move with Indiana on the power play. Into the right wing corner of the Binghamton end. Cunningham off to Willett in the right wing corner. And Willett centering attempt. Broken up in front and cleared by the Black Bears into Indiana territory. Peavy back after it. Kerr out of the net as Stubbs came rushing on as well. And Kerr clearing the puck ahead, and it'll be gathered in by Maximus Merrick Tortorella at center ice, and he shoots it down deep into the Binghamton end. 50 seconds to go on the power play. Sentinels steal a clearing attempt. Maximus Merrick Tortorella takes it in deep on the right wing side. And unable to play it through to the net. Panavano, though, keeps it in as the Black Bears can't clear. Gets it to Tortorella. Off now to Jonas Lease to the right of the net. Plays it back in behind the goal. Black Bears come up with it there, and they'll clear it all the way down deep into Indiana territory. 26 seconds to go on the Hawes Insurance power play. Here comes Panavano out of his own end, leaving it for Romeo Terrain. Headman pass at center ice to Anderson. Directs it on the right wing side to Ethan Esposito. Near wing of the Binghamton end. And the Black Bears try and clear Panavano. Doesn't let that happen. Puck to Terrain. A big blast from the right point to flex high and wide of the net. Sentinels in behind the goal with it. Esposito to Terrain right wing boards. His shot blocked. Puck comes free near side. Esposito with it. Penalty over. He'll dump it in deep and chase off here as he gets that puck into the left wing corner of the Binghamton end. 6:11 to go in the third period. Black Bears leading it 6-0. And the Black Bears on the move. DeRazio of right wing Indiana territory. Feeding it toward the front of the net. Picked up there. Put on goal by Swain. And the stop made by Kerr as Swain was going for number 4 on the night. Cunningham now for Indiana. Into the Binghamton end. Fanned on a shot from the right wing side, but keeps the play alive on the far boards now. Swain stepping off the boards with the puck. Leaving it for Terrain. Shoots through traffic in front of the net. Or make that Ross with the shot, and the stop is made by Tomei, and he'll hang on to that with 5:43 remaining in this third period. Teams at even strength now as Indiana's Seth Bacon and Binghamton's Kyle Steffen are still in the penalty boxes, serving out the remainder of their 5-minute fighting majors. And the face-off will take place in the left wing circle of the Binghamton end to the stick side of Tomei. Comes right to Tomei off the face-off. He turns that away. And then Austin DeRazio comes up with a puck. Clears it out through center, down deep into the right wing side of the Indiana end. Hustling after it, C.J. Stubbs. Gets it toward the front of the net. And grabbed there and fired wide of the net. Stubbs with the chance that was off target, and Peavy gathers it in. Can't clear it out. Bondarenko to Stubbs. Off now to DeRazio. Back to Stubbs. Left wing circle in front. And a shot right on by Kirkby. Stopped by Chris Kerr. And the loose puck cleared by the Sentinels out to center. 44 shots on goal now for Binghamton. And outside the Sentinel blue line, Kirkby had it knocked away. DeRazio recovers and then gets it to Kirkby. Had his pocket picked by Anderson. They both collide and go down. Bondarenko up with the puck now for Binghamton. And as it comes loose, the Sentinels attempting to clear, play it into the bench area and out of play. 4:47 remains in the third period. The Black Bears with 1 goal in the first, 3 in the second, and 2 here in the third. Lead it 6-0 on the Indiana Sentinels Hockey Network. We will have one last chance to enjoy Indiana Sentinels hockey in this building this year, and that'll be tomorrow night when the same two teams go at it at 7:30 Eastern Time. And if you come out to the game, you could go home with an Indiana Sentinels game-worn jersey. Jonas Lease game-worn jersey will be available to one lucky fan through a raffle that will take place tomorrow. Everyone who purchases a ticket and enters the arena will automatically be entered into the raffle, and then additional raffle tickets are available for purchase if you'd like to increase your chances to win the Jonas Lease game-worn jersey. And the remainder of the Indiana Sentinels home jerseys will be available for bid in silent auction tomorrow night. Final home game of the year tomorrow, 7:30 Eastern, 7:15 for our pregame coverage on the Sentinels Hockey Network. We'd love to see a full building for the final game in the Hamilton Community Ice Arena this year. And also a reminder that the early bird season ticket sale is on now through May 1st. You can secure tickets for all 28 home games next year, plus exclusive perks for $300 for the full season package. That's a savings of $120 off the regular price. Half season ticket packages are available for $150, and that is a savings of $60 off the full price if you purchase during the early bird sale going on now through May 1st. Sentinels clear the puck out to center ice, and Tomachak after it. 3:55 to go in the third period. Black Bears, though, able to come away with control of that puck, and it's Sirota up left wing, Indiana end. His shot, Kerr down makes the stop, denying Sirota on that scoring opportunity. Left wing now, Sirota with it again. Open man from the point, moving in and firing one on the stop made by Kerr, denying Dan Weaver, who came skating in from the right point, and the puck off of Kerr and over the glass and out of play. And the clock stops now with 3:36 remaining in the third period. Indiana and Binghamton again tomorrow night. And Sentinels head coach Everett Thompson has headed to the Indiana dressing room. He may have been ejected from this game. He had some words for the officiating crew and then stepped from the bench and back toward the Sentinels dressing room with 3:36 remaining. So Sentinels assistant coaches Nick Wright and Cam Yarwood will be behind the bench for the remaining 3:36 of this one. And they put 2 minutes on the board against Indiana as well. So we will find out here in just a moment exactly what the penalties are. But Binghamton will get another power play chance here. Leading the game 6-0, and they've got the puck from the draw in the Indiana end. Austin DeRazio playing it to Bondarenko, and he'll send it in deep into the right wing corner to C.J. Stubbs. And they get it toward the front of the net, breaking his stick on the shot from the right wing side of the Indiana end was Ramakers. They'll have to head to the bench. They'll get a new one here, and DeRazio starts to the Indiana line on left wing to Kirkby. Feeds it across right wing side, Stubbs in front of the Indiana bench. Binghamton on the man advantage, delivering to Kirkby, left wing side. Cross ice feed to Stubbs. That broken stick lying on the ice in the far face-off circle of the Indiana end. Pass off the skate of Stubbs goes into the right wing corner. Sentinels trying to clear, but they can't play it out. Binghamton continuing to pressure. Stubbs with it on the right wing side across to Bondarenko. Skates in and fires one high and wide of the net. Puck off the boards, kept alive by Stubbs, right wing side. 52 seconds to go on the power play. Indiana on the Powerade penalty kill here with 2:20 remaining in the third period. 43 seconds left in the penalty. Durazio into the Indiana end. Feeds it to an open man, right wing side. Stubbs. A shot and a stop by Chris Kerr. We've seen 46 shots on goal here tonight. Bondarenko off the boards with the puck in the high slot. Sending it in front, trying to set up Kirkby. He directed it wide at the Indiana goal. Zach Sirota with it off the boards, left wing side to Stubbs in the near corner. 18 seconds on the power play. Stubbs to Durazio and then back to Stubbs. He'll hand to Durazio again at the center point. Off to Bondarenko. Centering attempt intercepted and then cleared by Tomacek all the way down deep into Binghamton territory as the penalty expires. 1:35 remains in the third period. And Binghamton on top 6-0. Dominic Tomei has stopped 20 shots on goal here tonight. And Tomei, one of the top goaltenders in the FPHL and the league leader in shutouts this year with 5. We'll try and protect that, and he's going to be challenged here. Esposito's got the puck. Esposito hauled down on the way to the net. He got knocked down. Will there be a penalty called? Esposito had a step down the right wing side. Hustling to get back into the play was Dan Weaver. Put the body into him with 1:05 seconds to go. And a good opportunity there for Esposito. Coming in on Tomei, trying to preserve his shutout. And Esposito managed to direct the puck to the net as he was hit and knocked off stride by Weaver. And the Sentinels are kept off the scoreboard. Ruled a clean play by Weaver. So no power play here, and the face-off will come up in the left wing circle of the Binghamton end with 1:05 seconds to go. And the draw will be to Tomei's stick side. Noah Hippolyte-Smith for Indiana stands in against Zach Sirota. Puck drops, and the Black Bears control with 1 minute now to go in the third period. And the Black Bears able to get the puck down deep into Indiana territory. Even strength here, and mishandling a pass at the blue line was Cervoni at the laid offside, but the Sentinels come up with the puck and they clear it ahead on the right wing side to Cunningham. Down to 35 seconds to go. Here in the third, Cunningham had it knocked away. Sirota with it at center ice. Sirota to the Indiana line. As the Black Bears get it toward the front of the net, falling down as he tried to shoot it on goal was Mason Hohen. Never made it through. Puck off the board. Peavy with it. Outlets. Cunningham giving chase at center. 14 seconds to go. Arriving first, though, for Binghamton, Garrett Sargis. He and Cunningham come together. And then Esposito hits Sargis at center. Clock stops with 7 seconds to go. And Binghamton's Cervoni after Esposito on the near side. And the officials in there maintaining calm with 7 seconds to go in regulation time. And this all setting the stage for the rematch tomorrow night here at the Hamilton Community Ice Arena when the two teams face off at 7:30. Sargis is going to go to the penalty box for Binghamton. And the Sentinels will get some penalty time as well. And that penalty to Everett Thompson, abuse of officials, and a minor penalty that was served by Esposito, and the exit of Everett Thompson at 16:24 of the third period. And now with 7 seconds left, we will have some additional penalty time assessed to both teams. At 19:53, it's going to be a tripping minor to Garrett Sargis, and apparently that's going to be the only penalty. Sargis goes for tripping at 19:53. So the Sentinels will finish the game on the power play, 7 seconds. Face-off, Binghamton end. Black Bears control. They can't play it out. Panovanov with it, dealing it toward the net. It deflects wide as the horn sounds. And goaltender Dominic Tomei records league-leading shutout number 6 in a 20-save performance here tonight against the Indiana Sentinels. It was close. After one, the Black Bears had a 1-0 lead at the end of one period. They outshot Indiana 13-6 in the first period. And the game's first goal came 29 seconds in, scored by C.J. Stubbs, their leading goal getter. Stubbs with his 37th on the year. Stubbs third in the FPHL in goals scored to start tonight. And he gets his 37th of the year, set up by Ivan Bondarenko and Tyson Kirby to give the Binghamton Black Bears a 1-0 lead. And has been the trend of late in 3 of the last 4 Sentinels games. Goals have been scored in the first 30 seconds. The Sentinels did it last night, 29 seconds in. The Black Bears do it tonight, 29 seconds in. Sunday afternoon, Topeka scored in the first minute of play, 16 seconds in. They scored 11 seconds in on Friday night, so 3 of the last 4 games have featured goals in the first 30 seconds, and after the Sentinels got one last night, 29 seconds in, the Black Bears get one tonight, 29 seconds in, and they're up 1-0. And that was their lead after one. Indiana's best chance to tie the game came when a penalty shot was awarded at the 15:27 mark of the first period. And Corey Cunningham getting the opportunity. Cunningham was hauled down on the way to the net by Scott Ramakers. A clean break toward the goal, and Ramakers, with the infraction that resulted in the penalty shot being awarded, the only one we've seen here at home this year. They're rare in hockey, and Cunningham getting the chance, coming in on Tomei and aiming low to the stick side and putting it off the goalpost on Tomei's stick side. And a great chance there for the Sentinels to tie the game. Maximus Merrick Tortorella had one go off the goalpost also in period number 1. So the Black Bears had a 1-0 lead after one. Second period, the Sentinels got into penalty trouble. A couple of minors early in the second, one at 2:19 and another at 4:45. And that put Indiana under a tremendous amount of pressure and strain. The penalty killing did the job. They shut down both power play opportunities, but just after the second power play had expired, Nicholas Swain gets his first of 3 goals on the night, just as we had gone back to even strength. Swain at 6:50. Scoring, the assist going to Gavin Yates, and also assisting Zach Sirota. Even strength goal to make it 2-0. Swain gets his second of the night at 10:13 of the second to give Binghamton a 3-0 lead. Austin DeRazio assists. Gavin Yates assists as well. 3-0 Binghamton. They were off to the races at that point. And then at 18:14 of the second, the lead grows to 4-0. Goal getter Ivan Bondarenko, his 17th of the season. Gavin Yates assisting. Daniel Stone assisting as well. And that's how the second ended, with Binghamton on top 4-0, and Swain sitting on 2 goals looking for the hat trick, and the hat trick goal came at 1:06 of the third period. Swain gets what turns out to be his 16th goal of the season. Gavin Yates assisting. Yates with 3 assists on the night, and Yates setting up Swain for the hat trick goal, even strength at 1:06. Daniel Stone assists as well for a 4-0 lead, and then the final goal of the night scored at 5:06 of the third period. Goal getter, their team captain Tyson Kirksby, collects his 20th goal of the season. Assist going to C.J. Stubbs on the power play to put Binghamton on top 6-0, and that is how this one ended. The Black Bears wound up the night with 47 shots on goal, compared to 20 for Indiana. Binghamton, 13 shots in the first, 19 in the second, 15 in the third. And Indiana, 6 in the first, 6 in the second, and 8 in the third for their total of 20 shots on goal. And the Binghamton Black Bears, they started the night the second least penalized team in the FPHL, and they managed to continue to play to that strength of staying out of the penalty box, especially on the road. And for the most part, they did until the game started to get chippy toward the latter stages of period number 2 and into period number 3. The game ends with 15 minutes in penalty time issued to the Sentinels tonight, 13 minutes in penalty time to Binghamton tonight. And Indiana on the power play 0 for 4. The Black Bears on the man advantage 2 for 7. Win in net for Dominic Tomei, and that's his 25th of the year against 2 losses and 1 overtime loss. That goals against average, which was microscopic at 2.02 to start the night, will drop after he records his league-leading 6th shutout of the season. Same 2 teams tomorrow night at 7:15 for our pregame coverage and 7:30 for the action Eastern Time. Indiana and Binghamton in the final home game of the year for the Indiana Sentinels. Last chance to see this team come out, enter the jersey raffle for Jonas Lee's game-worn jersey. That will be won through auction. Everyone who enters the building will receive an entry, and additional entries will be available for purchase for whoever wants to get some more tickets to increase their chances to win that Jonas Lee's game-worn jersey tomorrow night. And then the remainder of the jerseys will be available through silent auction, so great opportunity to go home with a Sentinels game-worn jersey from the game tomorrow night to remember this team's inaugural season in the FPHL. Also, early bird season ticket sales now available through May 1st. 28 games, the full season package with exclusive perks for $300, a savings of $120. Half season ticket plans available $150, a savings of $60 for the early bird sale that goes on now through May 1st. One last look around the out-of-town scoreboard. Port Huron wins tonight on home ice 4-1 over Topeka. Big win for the Prowlers, stretching their lead over the Scarecrows for second place in the Empire Division. 92 points now for Port Huron. Topeka remains at 75. Blue Ridge winning or leading in the third period 3-0 over the Baton Rouge Zydeco in Blue Ridge tonight. So if that holds up, they will spring ahead of Topeka and into sole possession of third place and maintain their equal distance on Port Huron in the chase for second to start the night. 3-0 Blue Ridge leading in the third at home. Also tonight, Danbury Hat-Tricks leading the Watertown Wolves 5-1 in the third in Watertown. Watertown continues to struggle 1-8-1 in their last 10. Twin City up 8-2 in the third over the Biloxi Breakers. And that in the third period in Twin City. And also tonight, the last that we had out of PD tonight, 0-0. First period between PD and the Monroe Moccasins in PD tonight. Here the final score. The Binghamton Black Bears 6-0 defeat the Indiana Sentinels. Binghamton now 39 wins, 5 losses, 2 overtime losses, no overtime wins, 3 shootout wins, 125 points in the overall standings through 49 games played. This was game number 48 for Indiana tonight. 10 wins, 32 losses, 4 overtime losses, no overtime wins, 2 shootout losses is Indiana's record heading into the final game at home tomorrow night. We hope you'll join us for our coverage at 7:15 tomorrow night. Our thanks to the Ryan Furr production crew, consisting of Ryan Furr, Jordan Vickers, Thomas Voiles, Ethan Evans, Christian Totten and company. Great job as always by them to bring it your way from the Hamilton Community Ice Arena. I'm Jim Mirabello wishing you a good night. Join us again tomorrow, 7:15 for the Sentinels and the Binghamton Black Bears on the Indiana Sentinels Hockey Network.